everyone. You are watching the RPGeeks. Welcome. We have a very exciting and Christmassy time for you today. If you're watching this like in the middle of the summer on a YouTube or listening to the podcast, Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas!
Christmas, one and all.
It's not even Christmas now.
Christmas.
But it's December, so it's officially Christmassy. Yes, this is the RPGeeks. It's another one of our winter one-shots. You have, in fact, we're going to go around. We're going to tell you who we are before we tell you more about what we're getting up to today. So hi, first off, my name is Shamini. I use she, her pronouns. I'm not going to tell you who I'm playing. It's going to be exciting, but I am one of the RPGeeks. The other one being...
Oh, me. Hello, Emily. Oh, normally you just say it's Emily. She's over there. I'm a mouse today. Look.
Yeah.
I've decided I'm not taking the nose and the ears off, so they're staying. And,
I just gotten used to it. I was like, yeah, Emily the mouse, yeah.
I've also got a little mouse in the bottom of the stream, if people can see it, that I downloaded for free from like one of these free picture websites. And I've now decided that I think it's actually probably AI generated.
I was going to say, I've looked at that, I'm like,
oh dear.
And I've just looked at it. But I didn't. It shouldn't be.
Kill it with fire.
Okay, everyone say goodbye to the AI mouse.
Yeah, I'm like, it's not.
It makes it look better though. The stream looks better with it. Oh, it might not be. It might be like an artist.
It could be a drawing, but
Hang on, let's make it.
Why didn't they
bigger
make it
and
more
have a check.
biologically accurate?
Let's have a look. Right, can you see? Oh, I think that's AI.
Kill it.
I'm pretty sure.
I think just to be sure, take it round the back of the shed and shoot it in the face. I think
That's fair.
Yeah.
That merge into the fur. I mean, not massive. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Okay, we're gonna get rid of it. Okay.
Let us know, chat. What do you think?
Come on, chat detectives.
Chat detectives, let us know if that mouse should be shot or not. Right. It
What
was
a
on
start.
website
What a
that
start.
should it's free. It's
Amazing.
free stuff, but most of it isn't AI, and it doesn't normally disclose if it
sometimes
is.
they don't.
But I
People-
think that looks like AI. So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. I use she, her pronouns.
Oh, God, yeah.
We've got some guests with us. One of them you will have seen on the RP Geeks games before is Rhys. Rhys, introduce yourself.
Hi. Hey
again.
friends. It's me, Ed Spence, if you're in the middle of Aldi. I use my name's Rhys Lawton. I use he him pronouns. I'm currently wearing a suit, which I don't normally do.
You look so dapper.
Normally I'd be wearing a Santa Claus outfit, but yeah, no, I just do that for work.
Can I put the picture of you as Santa on stream?
Please do.
Let's just download it.
Put that in the
Emily
corner.
really likes
That's
this
not
picture.
AI.
I love
And
this picture.
I've
look
got
at the AI mouse. No AI mouse. Reese is Santa. Hell yeah.
There's definitely no way that that's AI. So
We know this is Rhys. Hang on, right? Okay, I've just got to. You keep introducing yourselves.
yeah, but if you want someone who is a lovely human being made entirely of wonder and delight,
Here he is.
could be both Elizabeth Campbell or Pip Gladwin. Both of them good. So one of them should introduce themselves because.
I will go because Pip is in charge today, so
yeah.
I might as well. We'll leave him for last, you know?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Liz Campbell. I use she, her pronouns. I have busted out of the Blood in the Clock Tower streams to finally make my way into RP Geeks proper actual play, and I'm so excited to be here. I'm normally on the podcast Realms of Peril and Glory, and yeah, I'm just real excited. I'm real excited for Christmas, mice. Pip.
Thanks, Liz. Hi, everyone. I'm Pip Gladwin. I'm also from the Realms of Peril and Glory podcast, among other audio projects. And I'm here to run a game of Mausritter. Mausritter is a wonderful little RPG by a gentleman by the name of Isaac Williams. Look it up. And tonight we're going to be playing what I really generously call a module. If you can call the disparate series of notes on my Google Doc a module, which we're calling Not Even a Mouse.
I love it.
And you might have guessed by some of the advertising that we're going for a very specific theme. We're pastiching a very specific
Are we?
Yippee-ki-yay.
Christmas movie.
Is that?
If it's a Christmas movie, please chat. Is it a Christmas movie? I would love to know your opinion. I don't care whether you think it is or not, because it is. But let us know. I use he him pronouns, and I'm here to run this game, and I think that's
us,
all we need.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let's dive right in. You guys ready?
Yes, let's.
Yeah, I'm just going to check something. Chat, can you hear the music now?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
We need our.
I think it's
Christmassy
looking like it's
vibes.
coming through. I just don't want it to be too loud.
It's just very quiet.
Which that's fine. I'm happy with a gentle music. Also, please everyone appreciate Rhys Santa because he is going to go away soon. Look at that twirly mustache. Well, we can leave him. We can leave him.
It's super quiet.
It's very funny
I'll
to
turn up a
see
bit.
Suit Rhys and Rhys Santa like next to each other,
Look,
like
We
kind
need
of
to
before and
distinguish
after.
between us.
It's
you know?
real.
Put him
You're
over
giving,
Rhys's
you're giving real
face.
Clark Kent Superman vibes here.
How would they know it's me?
Okay, right. He's gone now. Over to you.
Good.
Chad.
Times.
Okay. Well, let's bring it in. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. But that verse just lied to you. This house was not still. Trouble was brewing, and that trouble could kill. Christmas needs saving, dangers coming to town. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker. Shit's about to go down.
Yes!
Yeah.
Christmas Eve. Snow falls over the North Pole. A year of work has been completed, and the elves have left the workshop to prepare Santa's sleigh for the night ahead. As the lights in the workshop switch off and the doors close, one corner stays brightly lit. There stands a grandfather clock, its wide, bright face radiating welcoming warmth. And from within, the sound of music can be heard. And on closer inspection, the surface of the clock is dotted with tiny windows. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the offices of the Yule Corporation, a creative marketing agency that has had a very profitable year, thanks to the mice and other tiny mammals who work tirelessly to keep Christmas relevant all year round. The staff are enjoying a party on the 30th floor this fateful Christmas Eve. Let's join them, shall we? I'm gonna roll a little dice.
Oh.
That is a 1. Liz, where do we find your character?
Titsy Topolini is a beautiful mouse. She is wearing her fanciest sequined big old shoulder pads 1980s Christmas outfit. She is lusciously made up, permed hair and permed hair. It's a mouse. There's hair that
The whole thing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. And I think we find Titsy at this Christmas party, front and center by the punch bowl, just standing around, waiting to see if anybody's gonna congratulate her on the big break that's coming
Titsy, you see a group of your, not technically co-workers, perhaps they used to be co-workers when you were still working in the typing pool at Yule Corporation. You see a group of these girls kind of coming around. They're doing the sort of like tour of the party. They're saying hi to everybody. And there is a moment as they're kind of passing you and they all kind of catch sight. Most of them elect to ignore you. There is a real air of, you would definitely translate it as this, Titsy. There's a real air of jealousy. Let's just say it's not very festive. As this group, they pause almost as they're passing you and then kind of swan past without taking any notice of you. And one of them breaks away. It's a young mouse, to be called Adelaide. And she like breaks away from the group and does come over to you. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God. Mwah.
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 You
Mwah.
look.
No, we're not done. Mwah.
Okay. Mwah.
Mwah.
How many are we?
Mwah. You look
It's
so
very,
nice.
very European. I mean, yeah, this old thing. I just wanted to say, I'm sorry about the others. They don't, that you got out and they're all still, But I just wanted to say, congratulations. I'm so excited to see the ad. I mean, John Lewis, it's big, it's huge.
You know what? I'd almost completely forgotten. I can't even believe that you brought it up. It's so crazy. Oh my God.
I suppose you must be on to the next thing. I
my
guess.
God, it's all happening here. It's just, I get it. I used to be like you guys. But, come tomorrow, they're going to send my ad out and it's going to be broadcast. And then I think it's just, it's all coming up titsy.
Well, look, I just wanted to say congratulations. That's all.
Oh.
Do come over later. Let him. I'll tell you what. Let him get a few drinks in them, and then I think they'll be ready to, congratulate you too.
Well, look, if I have time, I know it's just.
Oh, of course.
If I have time, of course. But
I know Mr. McWhiskers is going to want to be taking up a lot of your time, but let's. It would be great to chat later.
Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much.
That's okay. And she gives a little wave of a paw and sort of scuttles off to find her fellow partygoers.
Can I jump
in? Oh yes, please do. Shamini Bundell out of the gate, refuting the dice roll.
I think Hazel's None of me doesn't do mechanics, Pip. You know that by now.
Sorry, there was some mechanics.
This is not a mechanic.
Hazel's going to come up to Titsy. So you see approaching you. Hazel will be a familiar face. She's usually on the reception down at the bottom of the grandfather clock. She is a sort of gingery harvest mouse, very, very neatly groomed, with headscarf and lots of jewelry and somewhat old hippie kind of vibes. Hasn't quite kept up with the times, a little bit older. And she's carrying a knitting needles that are just bits of toothpicks that have been cut down to size because a toothpick that'd be way too big, and a little bit of wool. And she just sees you standing by the punch bowl, comes over, takes a glass, and sort of says, "Oh yes, please, Titsy, if you're serving," and just hands you the glass.
Oh, yeah, of course. It's Merry Christmas. Yes, I will fill up the glass. Be like, "Oh my God, I love your stuff. It's good. Yeah, good job. It's nice to see you. It's nice to see you here and not at the bottom."
Well, I thought I'd give myself a little treat and come up for a lovely wholesome Christmas party and just feel the Christmassy joy and just be happy at the lovely things in life.
Yeah, I like the DJ. The DJ's good.
There is up on one of the sort of, you guys are down on the sort of multiple floors to this office area that the party's taking place in, and you guys are kind of down on this main open floor. There's little steps that go up towards other offices on this floor, and on this little balcony there is a DJ set, and there's a shrew in a baseball cap, a backwards baseball cap. Spinning, doing a little bit too much, Ricky on Christmas tracks. It's you don't just play it. This isn't improving it. What passes between Hazel and Titsy?
I don't know about this new music they have, but maybe you'll be looking for someone to dance with tonight.
I mean, I don't know. I think I'm going to be, I'm just going to be very busy, maybe, I don't know, but it's just, I'm just hanging out. I'm just here. I just thought it would be nice to come and see everyone, before everything happens tomorrow, which,
Christmas Day, very busy.
Yeah.
Lots of typing to do. It'll be very exciting for you, I'm sure, anyway.
Yeah.
Thank you for the punch.
Okay. Yeah.
We move past you guys through the party. It's really beginning to kind of throng with people now. You can see like groups breaking off into other parts of the office. There's little like private parties within the party happening in people's offices and stuff. And some there are mice sort of hurriedly stepping out of offices and like rubbing their noses and pupils going a little wide and then heading off to enjoy the party some more with the others. And in amongst this, where do we find Emily, your character?
I think not really in amongst it. I think in the sort of center of the clock, where there's sort of some of the chains that run the gears and the cogs for the clock, you see a sort of very short, squat little mouse with this marbled chocolate fur, and with his tail has been cut off and it's just a little stubby bit on the end. And I think you see him with a giant key just sort of winding up part of the clock. And it's just
this is on the floor, like a floor or so above where the party is happening, not at the party at all. Up in the works of the clock, behind the beautiful clock face. Most of the lights in this area are off, apart from the few that light the clock face itself. So it's sort of very bright facing outwards, but the interior here is quite dim, and that's where we find.
So this is Dennis, and he is wearing a sort of what looks to be hand knitted waistcoat with little like Christmas trees and baubles and candy canes on, and it's all in black and yellow, and almost like a little bumblebee. And next to him, you also see, on theme, two what look like giant bees next to a mouse, but they are just regular sized bumblebees. And Dennis sort of turns to them and goes, "Right, we should go to the party now. Oh, bumblebee, I don't know if I can do this. Oh, and he's just sort of taking some very, very deep breaths."
They kind of buzz affectionately. You get the vibe from them. I personally am kind of imagining them as like big sleepy dogs.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And you know, while you're saying we're going to the party, like 100% these bees are not going to the party. They are going to sleep up here as they always do. But as you finish like that last turn and finish winding the clock, you hear a couple of footsteps on the little staircase that leads up to this area.
Oh, sorry, we're closed up here now because the party's downstairs.
And you see appearing this an older mouse. He's in a sort of this kind of quite beautiful grey like flannel suit. And he you see the tie of which is made, it's a red tie that's made out of just a piece of like ribbon that's been snipped into the shape of a tie, like a little festive piece of ribbon. And he comes up and he's holding a glass of champagne, 2 glasses of champagne. This is Jobert McWhiskers, who is the senior vice president of sales for the Yule Corporation.
Mr. McWhiskers.
Technically your boss, but like he's not part. You're more considered like a custodian.
Yeah.
But yeah, maintenance. But he comes up and he sort of takes it up to the step and like he leaves up. He's not as young as he used to be. And he steps up and I was just looking for you, Dennis. Come on, you can't be up here all night.
I was just checking that it was. Just checking it was gonna, the clock's functioning. I don't want anything to go wrong tonight. It's a big night. It's the party.
Of course, the clock's been functioning all year. You've taken wonderful, wonderful care of it. But I must insist, and he's holding out this glass of champagne to you.
No, I will, Mr. McWhiskers. I will. And he'll come over and take the champagne, and.
He sort of leans a little bit on the against the staircase. All right. Well, I'm going to be checks his tiny watch. I'm going to be They'll make me give a speech pretty soon, I'm fairly certain. So, you know, if you want to come down for that, then fine. But, you know, I did spot a certain somebody down there at the party. Just
who
Oh, Miss Titsy, Miss Topolini.
Oh,
is,
she is here.
Oh, yes,
She's got the big advert tomorrow. So
yes. Well, we've been marketing it, and look, it's set to do very well. But I just thought, you know, you two old friends, you know.
Yeah, we know each other very well. I'm really proud of her.
He pats you affectionately on the arms. 'Tis the season, Dennis. Right.
Christmas.
I better see you down there in a minute. And
Yes.
he starts to...
Oh, I can help
to make
you.
his way
So
down.
I'll help you, and he'll go and like sort of hook a paw under.
Thank you, my
help him
boy.
down the steps.
And
As you come down the steps, just kind of wheeling the mop bucket in front of you is kind of a solid grey mouse with what looks like a fake moustache.
Not again.
Like
Oh,
a
God.
weird,
It's happening again.
like an unnecessarily fake moustache because he's got whiskers. And just wheeling this mop that's a matchstick with a load of lint on top, and the mop bucket is like it's a thimble, but on top of it is the mouth of a nutcracker that's just been repurposed to squeegee out the water from that. And he shuffles along a little bit, wearing these lovely grey overalls and a little name tag, and he just bumps into Mr. McWhiskers and Dennis is like, oh, sorry there, don't mind me, just Gary.
Hi, Gary.
Hi there, Mr. Dennis and Mr. McWhiskers. I'm just so sorry there. I just need to carry on mopping. That's my job here as a janitor.
Gary, it's Christmas Eve. Please, you can take the rest of the night off. And if anyone asks, I told you to do so.
Mr. McWhiskers, that's very kind of you. What would you say your mother's maiden name is?
Sorry?
What?
Funny question, Gary.
No, just old Kooky Gary, just mopping up. Dirt waits for no one, you know. Mother's maiden name, first pet. What would you say it was? What would you say your first pet was called?
Tiny the bee.
Tiny the bee, Dennis. I mean, let's go around the circle. Mr. McWhiskers, what was your
I think my mother's
first pet?
maiden name was the mouse.
Dennis, that's great. Mr.
had
McWhiskers?
Yes. Gosh, such a long time ago. We had a gnat at one point. I think
That's very sweet.
Springy or something
Springy the
similar.
gnat.
Anyway.
Oh.
We've got a party to get to.
You've
As
got
far
a
as I'm
party.
concerned, Gary, so do you. So we'd better see you down there for a glass of punch. Okay.
I will tell you what, if there's any spillages, just let me know and I'll be there in a jiffy. And pats him on the shoulder and just shakes his hand.
This past year, Gary, you've been a real asset to this company, and I just thank you so much for all your tireless work.
Well, I'll definitely be here tomorrow.
Good to know. I mean, it's Christmas Day, so we're not open.
I mean, I'll be, in which case the day after that, I assume. I'll definitely be here. I'm on the rota.
They start to move away, and Mr. McWhiskers kind of turns to you, Dennis, and it's like, you know, I'm pretty sure he's sleeping here, but you know, he's such a good worker. We've sort of been letting him get away with it.
He feeds Bumble and Bee sometimes.
Well, it can't be all bad. Then.
I like him.
As they move away, Rhys, and they disappear around the corner and head down the stairs to the party. What changes in Gary's posture presentation as soon as he's not being observed?
So as soon as he's not being observed, he kind of straightens up, puts the mop in the nutcracker mouth, squeegees off the lint, takes it off, takes the head of the mop off, pulls a very thin kind of red ribbon out of the lint pile, ties it around his neck, fashions it into a little tie, takes off the fake moustache, and so he's trying to move and walk like Mr. McWhiskers, and it's like, okay, what was the voice? Oh yes, yeah, it's a bit deeper. Wait, and we'll go, and you see kind of tucked between kind of like, you know, the hinges of the front of the door, just tucked in a little bit there. There's a little tent that that Lapin III has set up inside there, and he's got kind of notes on everyone. There's little red string that's got little jingly bells on it, just kind of like tying all of them together, saying, this is Dennis, pets, Bumble and Bee. Bumble, Bee, enjoy sugar water, brackets, not too much. And another red string ties off to Titsy ties off, and then there's a big question mark next to Hazel, and just seems familiar. Too familiar. And then it just ties off to Mr. McWhiskers, and underneath Mr. McWhiskers, it's got all of these notes on how he walks, what his favorite thing, and just a little takes out like the actual pencil lead. He takes out from just the tip of the pencil and just writes on the side there, first pet, Nat named Springy. And he's got that.
I'm imagining there's a list of like all the other janitorial staff in the building and their weaknesses and how you've managed to supplant them.
All of them have been like, there's an absolutely pristine facsimile of the original rota where everyone was on, and the rota that actually went out, which is no one is on the janitorial staff except for Gary. Except for Gary. This place is going to be a mess in the morning, but he takes out his little treasure map, kind of looks at it. It's just a picture. It's a picture of a clock.
And you look up towards that staircase that Mr. McWhiskers and Dennis came down. You still have yet to get up there.
Yeah.
Dennis runs a very tight ship and keeps that area locked. And Mr. McWhiskers likely has a key too. But beyond that, you have yet to acquire a way to get in there. You've managed to, like, whenever you see Dennis outside of here with his bees, you're trying to ingratiate yourself there. You're being very kind to the animals, but you've yet to get in. But you're so close, literally, because you're living in a tent a few feet from the bottom of these stairs.
And out of curiosity, what would Dennis have a loyalty card to?
A loyalty card.
What would Dennis have a loyalty card to? Do you think?
Oh, actually, something. Oh, it'll be to do with bees. It's all bees or clock maintenance. So,
Cogs and Honey.
Cogs and Honey, yeah. Cogs and Honey weekly magazine subscription, probably.
So there was a moment when Lapin bumped into Dennis that very deftly pulled out what he thought was the key card to the upper floors and pulls it out, and it is, of course, your loyalty card to Cogs and Honey, and it's just like, Dennis.
Well, you have just watched, you think, the two possible keys to that area just walk down into the party.
Yeah. It's like, okay, fine. Gets the overalls back on, takes the red tie out, puts it back down there, and just puts the mop head back on. It's like, fine. Flipping Gary.
And he finds the voice. The voice.
Yeah, find the voice. Find the
fake
voice.
moustache back on.
Fake moustache. It's like, oh, this is the last time. Okay. Soon it will be mine.
Dennis, you lead Mr. McWhiskers back to the party, and he thanks you, like pats you on the hand again as you get to the bottom of the stairs, and then it gets a bunch of other high-ranking to middle-ranking executives swarm past, and he's kind of taken off with them and leaves you standing on this balcony bit looking down over the main party. The DJ's over to the left. There's other mice kind of milling around with drinks, and then the DJ at this very moment flips over to like a slower, a little bit more dancey, a little bit more romantic track, and they're like, okay, now we're going to dim the lights a little bit, and they didn't plan this, but effectively a spotlight and illuminates Titsy Topolini standing by the punch bowl as you stand on the balcony looking down.
Whether that spotlight had hit or not, Dennis would have absolutely seen it like that. Whether the effect was real, and just sort of stands and sort of grips the edge of the balcony and like digs his little claws in and just sort of deep breath, like, you can do it, Dennis. You can just talk to her. You can just say, congratulations on the advert. I can't wait to see it. And he starts making his way down the stairs, like gripping on, just saying, congratulations on the advert. I can't wait to see it. Congratulations on the advert. I can't wait to see it. And just sort of slowly makes his way towards Titsy. And then just sort of from behind goes, congratulations, I see it. It's an advert.
Oh! Dennis!
Lewis!
Lewis! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Is it Lewis?
No,
I'm so sorry, Lewis.
Dennis,
oh my god, I'm so
Dennis,
sorry.
John Lewis, you're doing the advert. I'm really excited, Titsy.
Well, thank you. Oh my god, thank you so much. I know it's everyone's been saying congratulations. You notice that like there's not anyone around Titsy at the moment.
Yeah, no, of course.
But yeah, no, thank you.
You're going to be a star.
Oh, I don't know.
You'll forget all about us and me and the clock and Christmas.
No, I mean, look, this clock will always be where I got my start, and it's sounding like really extra ticky today. So good job on that.
Thank you. I actually so one of the cogs has been slightly off, so I tightened it up this evening, and that it's controlling the second hand, so that's where the tick comes from. And it's not interesting, but yeah, thank you for noticing. And just downs the champagne.
Wow.
Oh well, yeah. I'm out of a drink. I should go get one. Bye, Titsy, and just sort of runs away.
Bye, Dennis. Titsy is alone again.
Scuttle away to either fake getting some champagne or just to hide.
I think Titsy was very near where the champagne is, and Dennis has just gone the other direction and has just gone and hidden in a corner.
Where's Hazel right now?
Oh, I think as Titsy stands there awkwardly, Hazel will just push forward a glass. Another glass, thank you.
Yeah.
Titsy,
Yeah.
Hazel is putting this stuff away.
Yeah.
Like, where?
I think even for a mouse who's maybe riding a bit of an ego high, like you just don't make enemies with the doorman, or like Hazel's on reception, like you gotta. So yeah. Oh yeah. Merry Christmas.
I can't believe I said she was a harvest mouse receptionist and not a dormouse receptionist.
I did think that when you said it.
Fool!
Retcon. It's fine. Rewind. It's fine.
You ruined it.
Retcon.
We got to start
retcon.
again.
Yeah.
We got to start again.
start
It
the
was
whole
the
show.
night before Christmas.
No, this is okay. The IMDb facts in this
Yeah.
will be like, in scene 1 it said that Hazel was a harvest mouse, but actually in scene 3 it says that she was a dormouse. So continuity error, and it's fine. No one will.
Yeah.
There you go. We're done.
Thanks.
what kind of-
Thanks.
I think
Thanks.
Dennis is just like a field mouse, but like a stocky field mouse.
Yeah, I like that.
Sorry, yes.
Sorry, different kinds of mice. Yeah.
How are you, Hazel? You having a good party?
Oh, I'm just Thinking back to the parties of yonder year, thinking back to my youth. You haven't got a youth. You're in your youth now. Soon you'll be old.
Oh no. Oh. You see Titsy go into a full existential crisis for a second. Oh, cool. Are you, I don't know, seeing family for Christmas or? Yeah.
Oh no, I shall cozy up with a mug of cocoa and think back on fond memories and some not so fond memories, some dark memories, Titsy dear, some dark memories. But we don't like to talk about those. We'll just focus on the fond ones.
Oh, okay. Wow. This is a heavy conversation. Shall I fill your glass up again?
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah.
It's actually this punch bowl is empty, and will require a full refill. So I think you two sort of head off to the side where there's like a little station for drinks and stuff. There are waiters and stuff at this party, but like hey, you head off to help yourselves, kind of clearing the main space. Yeah.
I assume Hazel just gives me a look like I'm supposed to refill the punch bowl, and again, I'm not going to argue. So we both go to refill the punch bowl.
Yeah.
I know where they keep the big one that they brought in. Come on.
Okay.
We don't need the waiters to help. Come on.
Okay. I'm just happy someone's talking to me, to be perfectly honest. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yeah.
You guys move off. Gary, or should I say Lapan the Third? How are you navigating the party?
It's if you watched it from above, you would see this kind of what would normally be a grid pattern, but each time it's weaving in and out. It's just making sure that the maximum number of people see this janitor, and then suddenly the shortest amount of distance between them and the next group of people, where it's just like, don't mind me, just Gary coming through. He just trying to find a spillage and or Dennis
Trying to find a spillage.
Just doing my job and finding Mr. McWhiskers or Dennis if Dennis is around.
There is
the pad is like inadvertently solving the traveling salesman problem.
Yeah, definitely. Just inadvertently, just like. There's an infinite number of rooms, and
there's a crash in off to the side it's sort of a corner where it branches into a corridor that leads down towards the lifts and stuff. You hear a little crash and a big kind of very like drunk looking it's another field mouse, but like the hair is super slicked back, the suit is very sharp, and he's clearly just sort of walked out of the toilets and straight into a waiter carrying a tray of champagne, and he's just like, whoa, guy, like, watch where you're going, and then sort of starts to step off towards the party. And
sure, someone will get that.
At this point, you'll see Dennis going over to help clean up with the waiter.
Yeah,
I can help.
Oh no, that's on me. Okay, don't worry there, Dennis. You just you just carry on about your day. Tell you what, how about we do a little dance where you hold your hands up real high. Hold your hands up real high, and then you pat the pockets of the person in front of you.
Okay, and then just starts patting your pockets.
Yeah, and I'll pat your pockets.
As this baffling exchange is taking place, and this waiter's just like, right, all right, and starts like trying to sweep up broken glass and crockery and spilled alcohol.
Gary, what is this game? This isn't.
Don't worry, just checking. Everybody do the check your pockets, and okay, I got it. That's all good. What? And
are you attempting to find and steal the key?
I'm attempting to replace the Cogs and Honey loyalty card.
Yep.
And take the key card.
All right. I'm gonna say we're gonna do. It's the first roll of
It's
the
a
game.
roll. I forgot.
Of
Is this
course
a
Oh my
CCRPG?
God,
We're
Yeah,
playing a
yeah.
game with
Nice.
dice.
Oh,
We will roll the
no.
dice from time
We
to
don't
time.
ice it.
Dice.
This is
We're
gonna
just
be. I'm
Role
gonna
playing
say.
sweet little mice.
We're gonna say it's an opposed test. I'm gonna ask Rhys. I'm gonna ask you for Dex.
Okay.
Cool.
And Emily, I guess I will ask you for Dex as well. Let's go opposed to Dex.
And we roll.
You roll a d20 and you're aiming to get under your stat.
Where's my D20?
Oh, that's the mechanic to the game.
I remember.
That's the mechanic to the game.
That's the mechanic to the game.
Oh, can I do anything to change it? What I roll?
Wait, do you want to change it to be more successful or less
Well, like,
successful?
I've got an 11 in Dex, and I've rolled a 12, and I feel just it's so close. And I wish I was
It's very close. Rhys, what you got?
I got a 7.
And what is your Dex?
10.
Okay, it's. I'm gonna do it because I think it's fun.
Yeah.
You manage to during this weird. It's just Dennis is so pliable, and it's insane you haven't managed to rob him sooner. But you as you're both patting each other's pockets, you manage to slip the Cogs and Honey card out of your sleeve, drop it into the other pocket, and then swipe and you reach and you realize you were looking for a card. It's not a card. It's a little iron wrought key. And your paws touch that and you whip that up into the other sleeve, and then as that is happening, and you've grabbed the key, there is a ding ting 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 of a glass being tapped with silverware, and you see that Jobert McWhiskers, Senior VP of Sales, has sort of taken the stage. It's not really a stage, it's just a sort of slightly raised sort of bit plinth in the center. And he stands up and is like, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, just, yes.
Oh,
I just
look, a
wanted
distraction.
I just wanted to say that I wanted to congratulate, really, each and every one of you for making this one of the greatest years in the history of the Yule Corporation. And I remember when I first joined this company, my family and we'd made the punishing journey across the Arctic tundra towards Santa's workshop, and he sort of starts to rattle into this long-winded description of how he joined this company. Everyone, make me roll will for me, please, everybody.
I've got a 5, and my will is 9.
Fail.
6, and my will is 11.
Excellent. So success,
Fail.
fail. So
Team-
over by
team
the
punch ball.
punch ball, just no idea what's going on. The two of you, Lepan and Dennis, the other side of the office, you see movement coming from near the stairwell that leads down, and as Jobert McWhiskers is giving this speech, there is a crackle and a snap, almost like tiny gunfire, and 3 shards of jagged peppermint suddenly embed themselves in his shoulder and chest, and slowly that peppermint spreads, and he just into a full peppermint statue of himself that topples off the plinth and shatters.
Mr. Whiskers?
And so, there's a silence, and then more of this crackling noise as you see figures in extremely fashionable turtlenecks, just emerging from these side corridors with these bizarre weapons you assume in hand. They almost look like they're made out of Lego. They're these big kind of blocky guns, and they are firing these peppermint shards into the ceiling. People start screaming. People start running. What is your immediate action?
Flip a table.
and get under it? Or?
Flip a table, get under it, pull Dennis down.
Okay.
Dennis will
Yep.
try and get to Titsy. So
God,
You-
this
I think
punch
you-
ball's so heavy. What's
think you-
happening?
I think I don't think you fully need to flip a table, Lapan, because the tables have cloth over the top of them. So I think it's you try to grab Dennis to like pull him too, and he's gone, and you just under a table hidden for now. Dennis, you're
scurry.
scurrying towards Titsy. Hazel. How do you hear this happening?
No, focus on the punch.
Get down and just grab Titsy and Hazel and like pull them.
The punch!
Punch bowl drops, shatters.
Yeah.
What are you immediately doing with them in the chaos as everyone's kind of?
I'm gonna try and
running
get
through?
put them under a table, and then
Right.
sort of like but then I'm gonna scurry try and get under the tables, and then just
Yeah.
peek out nearer the people.
You manage to duck and hide yourselves. You see those who've tried to run are immediately blocked by these other animals who are coming in. They look for the majority of them are mice. There are a couple of shrews in there, and then 2 gerbils sort of step in. One of them's wearing a very kind of vibrant hypercolor tracksuit, and the other is fully in black trousers, black shoes, black turtleneck, and this gerbil's hair is beautiful. It is just blonde and hanging down around his shoulders. He is also we are dealing with sort of somewhat anthropomorphized animals here, so they are walking on 2 legs. This gerbil is a fucking trapezoid. He is just stacked. And holding one of these guns, and he fires again into the ceiling, and it's just quiet. And everyone kind of starts to sort of everyone's milling. There's still kind of people crying and confusion, but they seem to have been corralled in the center of this room. And then the ranks of these intruders split, and something stalks up this alleyway. It is wearing a beautiful suit. Don't get me wrong. This suit is immaculate. It's quite hard to look at, however, because this is a suit that has been specifically tailored for a praying mantis. Just this huge praying mantis in a suit, tie, shirt, buttoned, beautiful, approaches with the arms up and sort of walks out, flanked by all of these armed assailants, after this sort of gunfire is sort of fired into the ceiling. And it sort of walks up and settles its arms in that very familiar praying mantis position. Ladies and gentlemen, please, due to the Yule Corporation's legacy of greed around the globe, it is about to be taught a lesson in real power. You will be witnesses. If our demands are not met, however, you may become participants instead. And he makes a horrible little clicky chittering noise with his mandibles, and a couple of these hench persons move over to begin sweeping up into a dustpan and brush the remains of Joe McWhiskers into a bag, and they sort of gather them up. You see this figure sort of begins. He turns and starts speaking quietly to his sort of amassed henchmen. I throw to you guys as a little bit of organization is taking place amongst the bad guys.
Would Dennis know if there is, say, a trapdoor handily positioned under one of the tables that they're hiding in, where they might be able to escape?
Oh, I think Dennis, in many ways, I think Dennis knows a lot of the ins and outs of this building better than many other people do. I'm going to say yes. And Dennis would also be aware that the floor below you right now, which is the sort of start of it's where the pendulum hangs from, is sort of part of this floor. It's been empty for such a long time because obviously the grandfather clock needs a pendulum and you can't put anything there. But recently, a sort of really avant-garde designer pitched like a remodeling for this area, which would allow the pendulum to continue to swing and do its job, but also allow them to use that sort of real estate, as it were, for more offices that they can then rent out, etc., etc. So you would know that floor below you is currently under construction.
Stupid refurbishment. Stupid. It was like the classic pendulum. It's the best kind of pendulum. Why would you do fancy design?
Yes.
Stupid.
Yeah. Not only it will continue, but they have to remodel the whole. It's going to be like a sleek modern pendulum, not one of these big old brass ones. Like they're going to minimize it so that they can fit more office space in, for sure.
Dennis is like, I'll go down there. And
I think easily enough, I'll say that given that the tables have these cloths on them, I'll say that Lepan, as this is going on, you have managed to crawl, lifting up the sort of tablecloth and then up under another one to find yourself just under the same table as the other three.
Oh, hi, Gary.
Right. We need to go. We need to go down. We need to go down now. And Dennis will try and lift up the trapdoor and hurry Titsy in first.
Give me a give me strength for the trapdoor.
Oh, it's a 3.
I was going to say you can have advantage. You don't even need it. It's a heavy. This is not these are sort of maintenance doors. Generally, they're not really for people to use. They're usually for for the maintenance crews, and they'll generally use like a lever or something to lever this door open. Dennis doesn't have that kind of leverage. Dennis is under a table, so it is really like a full just upper body strength lifts this door open, and you like usher the others.
I'm like, just go in there, go in there. We'll follow you.
Okay. All right, we slip down.
All right, okay.
It's not very wholesome and Christmassy. I don't know about this. It's not what you want on Christmas Eve, is it? Anything like this happening?
Hazel, get in the trapdoor.
I am sorry. I like originally when you asked me to do a game, I was like, it'll be super wholesome and Christmassy, and then I was like, but what if it was Die Hard?
Imagine if they all died. Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
You slip through.
Shuffle down.
Yeah, you there's a little bit of awkward kind of wedging yourself down like a half-built vent, and then you drop down into this wide open plastic sheeting everywhere. The windows have been finished, but like it's pretty bare. There's like a few desks and dividers around, but it's open. Big piles of bricks and building material for the interior. Tiny mouse bricks. You find yourself in this unoccupied space.
Yeah, and helping kind of Hazel.
Thank you, Gary.
No problem, Hazel.
So helpful.
Did they kill Jobert?
I think they killed Jobert. Sorry, this is really bad. Like, what?
I'm concerned.
We have to protect the clock.
Yep. Definitely got to protect the clock.
Well,
Definitely not going to have to rethink a bunch of things.
What are they? Are these terrorists?
I think it was a praying mantis.
Yeah, definitely looked more like a praying mantis.
We're gerbils, actually. Yes.
Did you see the hair on some of those gerbils?
Oh, lovely. Was lovely.
It's so
the henchman. We don't
glowing.
think he's with them, though, right? He's probably.
Oh no, they
just...
seem pretty sure they were with them.
Oh no. Okay. Right. All right. No, this is bad. This is really bad. This is really bad. This is the clock. This is the way we work. This is where, like the rushes to the adverts that go out tomorrow might be like stored, and maybe like we can't have just people coming in and doing whatever.
I can get us up into the clock face, and then maybe we can work out a plan from there.
Okay, tomorrow's
I think
Christmas.
that's a real good idea there, Dennis. That's a great idea there. We should definitely go to the clock face. Definitely. Let's
I'm
go
one of
now.
the only people with a
thinks
key,
it's a
and
good
we'll
idea.
reach into his pocket.
Oh no.
Oh no.
The key is gone.
Oh
Dennis.
no. Oh no. They must have taken my key. if I can't... Bumble and Bee are in there.
Okay, all right. So they've got a key.
They've got a key to the clock. Oh, this is awful. Oh, we're all going to die. It's over. Christmas is ruined.
Wait.
Maybe Mr. McWhiskers had a spare key or something similar that
He
just
got turned
fell on
into
the
peppermint
floor.
dust.
I slap Gary. Mr. McWhiskers is dead.
It's okay,
Gary,
Tootsie, it's okay.
Gary, make a dex save to see if your moustache stays on.
Oh my god, that's a 14. My dex is 10.
You slap Gary's moustache right off.
Oh,
I didn't know I could do that.
wow, you're strong.
Wow, you're so strong. And it's just, oh, for the love of God. Right, okay. My name isn't Gary. It's
Gasp.
Gary.
Gary, you just said...
Say it again.
It's a
Say
soft,
again.
it's a soft G.
It's
Gary.
It's
Gary.
Gary with a
Gary.
lowercase G.
It's a lowercase G. It's a soft G. Jari.
Jari.
It's Jari.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's so
look,
embarrassing. We've been saying it wrong.
Yeah, sorry.
This whole
Sorry,
time,
Gary.
I
Gary,
just-
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
Jerry.
part of the police.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh, no.
Oh my god! This is perfect!
Great.
You can go and
I
take care of
was-
the criminals!
You're with the cops.
do you have a gun?
Oh,
We're
gosh.
saved.
Oh, I don't
Um,
know about this.
Yes, maybe, and no, respectively. I was investigating this, and we should.
The praying mantis and the terrorists.
We got word. So,
Oh my god.
should we go to the clock face? We should go to
Well,
the
we
clock
can't get
face.
in. There's no point.
Yeah.
Like I say, maybe there was a key that dropped and fell down here somewhere. Maybe fell through the floorboards.
we can have a look.
Yeah, let's have a look. Let's
does-
look
It
around.
did look like Mr. McWhisters and all of his
And
possessions
I'm just
were
gonna.
pepperminted.
I know, it was terribly violent.
I
Yeah.
agree.
I
It
can't
brought
imagine
back some
anything
dark
survived
memories.
that. Yeah.
No, well, you
Yeah.
had. I was really
Dark memories. Hazel, have you
Yeah,
seen it before?
Oh, I've seen some terrible things, young Dennis. Terrible things, but I don't like to talk about them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take the little key out of my,
Mhm.
and just kind of try and flick it in the direction of Dennis, and just flick it
Okay.
towards Dennis.
You flick the. Are you trying to hit Dennis with the key,
I'm trying.
or
You know
just
what?
put
Yes.
it near Dennis?
Just, I was going to try and put it near Dennis, but maybe it's better to just try
All
and
right.
hit him with.
So we'll call that a ranged attack. Well, no, we don't roll for attacks in this game. Another rule that might become relevant at some point. Make a do dex again for me. Give me a dex save to
Okay.
accurately flick a key at Dennis.
the love of that is an 11. My dex is a 10.
You
Uh,
ping the key, and you miss Dennis by a whisker. And
Dennis just sort of ducks
you
down as
guys-
it goes over.
you guys hear a very soft tink 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 noise as the key kind of clatters away near one of the doorways, and as you turn in that direction, you also hear the feet/paws coming from that direction, and very European sounding chatter happening between various animals. Clearly a number of creatures are moving in the direction of this room. What do you do?
Oh, do you
But
think that's
hide
the key
again.
falling down?
Just everybody hide again.
You've
We don't know
got
what
to
they're up
hide.
to.
We don't want to be embroiled in violence. Who know what might happen?
I mean,
okay. Well, I think that sounded like a key falling.
We don't have
can go
time.
Fine.
Skittering.
all right. Dennis will run to try and get the key.
Oh,
Yes.
Dennis, you head for the you go for the key. Oh boy.
I've
You-
made a choice.
You have made a choice. Give me it's dex all the way. It's movement. Give me dex to see if you get to the key in time.
Meets it, beats it. I got an 11.
Yeah, I am going to say meets beats. You rush, you snatch the key up off the floor, but you have seconds to do. You can do one more thing before these people enter the room.
Can I please take out my thimble full of honey
Yes, absolutely.
and spread it on the floor?
I love that.
I'll
like
try.
near the door.
Yeah, right in front of the door. I'll just empty half of it out, and
Right.
then
You-
quickly run back.
I wonder how
You empty
viscosity
the
like
honey out.
scales, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's
You're the
like-
science kids. Come on.
Yeah.
It's still
Yes, this is
It's going
this
to
has
be
all
much
been
stickier
deeply
in
scientific.
proportion
Yeah. For a-
to us.
I mean,
to a small
you know,
rodent.
for a mouse, that's sticky
Yeah.
in your paws, right?
Right,
That's not.
right.
That can't be
That's-
nice.
No, that's
you know.
super sticky.
Yeah. Then I run back.
You hear voices outside the rooms. This group has clearly sort of arrived outside the room. They haven't entered yet, and you hear one voice say, "Esteban and Johannes, set up the defenses on the north side. The rest of you, with me." And then some feet recede and move off, and you see a shadow in the doorway as the gerbil with the kind of hypercolor like tracksuit on. He's carrying like a big like case, this like huge kind of case in one paw, and a rat behind him is also carrying another case. But he steps forward into the doorway and becomes stuck in the honey. He steps in and is like what's this? Esteban, help me, I'm stuck. And he's like trying to and he drops the case, and then these two, this gerbil and this rat, the rat is trying to extricate the gerbil from the honey. You have an opportunity. I would love to hear how you use it.
So am I still like nearby?
Yeah.
Or are we all nearby?
Yeah.
Okay.
I to my knowledge, you all kind of hid as best you could behind, pillars and the odd desk that's here, and under some plastic sheeting or
Great.
whatever.
I'm gonna try and run and get the briefcase.
Okay, amazing.
Wait, who had the
Amazing.
briefcase?
They've put it down
They
because they're
both-
stuck. Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
both
Oh.
got briefcase.
Can I help? Can I
Yeah, can we?
Yeah,
gain an advantage?
I'm saying absolutely.
Yeah.
These two are armed. I
Yeah.
will say, like, they both have one of these like odd-looking guns on a strap, like hanging around their shoulders. This should not discourage you from attacking them, but you want to grab the briefcase.
I'm going straight for the
It's
briefcase.
sort of a big, sort of bulky case. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll call. Oh, look, a distraction.
Yes, I think so. Titsy was saying that we should go and hide for narrative convenience. I think she's kind of hidden, beside the door, kind of thing, like trying to be out of the way. And I think what's there, because it's a movie, is the mouse equivalent of like a fire extinguisher. Because even in this construction area, they're gonna have and I think it's just like a little, one of those sample size things of like shaving cream, where you just go, and just, like,
Yep.
it's just like single. So I think Titsy sees Dennis, like, in slow motion, in the cinematic slow motion of this movie, like sees his eyes lock with this thing that they've just dropped and sees him about to set off. And I think she's gonna try and grab this fire extinguisher and try and spray it at the European aminals.
Can I
Amazing.
just jump in, and as you're like Titsy's like standing there like with the shaving foam, I think Hazel, who was like next to her, is gonna put a little paw on Titsy's mouse arm and say, "Oh no, Titsy, I don't think we should get involved, otherwise elements of my violent and brutal past may come up and we don't want that." And then I think
Hazel, I think we might need elements of your violent and brutal past right now.
You say as you step
I
out
say-
and
Yeah.
just coat these two with foam. That'll give you advantage to go snatch one of these briefcases, Dennis. Strength, I'm gonna say.
Okay, it's a good start. That's a 4. I've got a
Amazing.
12. So
You dash over as they're both like they're sort of standing there, and the rat is like, "Oh, come on, I'm trying to help you." Is this honey on the floor? Who leaves honey on the floor? Shaving foam, and they are just like sort of flailing in this doorway, and you grab this case. It's heavy. Where you've arrived at them, they're both kind of distracted. What do you do?
do that thing where my sort of freeze. I'll pick up the case, stare at them,
play dead.
freeze, and then just like pelt in the other. Can I actually? There's no door out? That's the only door out, right?
You could, like, if you followed this office around, there might be like another way out on the
I'll
same
try and
floor.
just,
But
you know how mice can like scramble over each other? I'll just like scrabble over them with this briefcase and just charge and hope that they at least follow me rather than the others.
you scramble over the top of them as they're still kind of flailing in the foam. What are Hazel and Lapan doing?
Gonna run and see if I can grab. One of them's wearing the brightly coloured tracksuit.
That's
Is
right.
The other one in a turtleneck.
Oh yes, very much so.
So, gonna go see if I can grab the turtleneck off of. See if I can grab the turtleneck.
You're trying to take
off of
his
them.
clothes. Okay,
I'm going
great,
to try and take his jumper.
What if that really hench gerbil was suddenly topless? I don't know.
What is?
Titsy, please!
What is?
No, they're bad. They're bad. I don't know. Whatever.
What's that?
So you're
what's
going to
that?
try and grab a rat's turtleneck.
I'm going to try and grab a
Just
rat's
to,
turtleneck.
okay, amazing. Give me Dex. You're a dexterous guy.
Bring it. 14.
14. Dreadful.
Terrible.
The pan, you rush over, you grab this guy's turtleneck, and you start like, he's very confused because he has shaving cream all over his face, so he doesn't know what's happening. You grab this turtleneck and start trying to get it off this guy, and then halfway through your movements of trying to pull it up over his rat arms, you realize you are also stuck in the honey. You've just run into the honey right up to this guy, and yeah.
Dennis!
Hazel,
Sorry, Jerry.
Hazel, you watch. You watch as Dennis has rushed over, grabbed this strange case, tried to and barged past / done that whole mouse cartilaginous thing of just slipping through a tiny space with a huge briefcase that is not cartilaginous at all. And you've seen, Titsy spray the foam, and Lapan has rushed over and just become completely stuck and embroiled in this whole thing. Yeah, what's Hazel doing?
I think Hazel's hiding, watching, like, oh no. And if I may, like a moment later, like the gerbil and the rat sort of going to reach for their weapons, I imagine, and look sort of threateningly at Titsy and Jari, who are nearby. I think that's what finally prompts Hazel
absolutely
to stomp out from behind some plastic sheeting and say, "Oh, you leave this innocent little typist and this nondescript janitor secretly a cut alone." And are they in the doorway, or are they? Can I get around them, or are they like the doorway?
Yeah. Hey, Dennis got around them. You can get around them too.
I think I would like to run around them with my knitting wool, pinning their arms to their sides so they can't shoot people.
Incredible. Roll strength for me, please, to pin them.
No, I'm not good at that. Oh no, that was a 19.
Oh no.
My strength is not a 20.
No, that would be so good.
You rush in and start you make this attempt to start it's tough because you're having to go around two people who are in a doorway
multiple times.
Plus you're trying to avoid the honey every time because you've got to get round that on each turn. And I think I think Dennis, you see this over your shoulder as you're kind of moving away. The rat who's clears this glob of shaving foam from his face, sees you sort of rushing and trying to turn. Lapan is trying to pull his turtleneck off, and he lashes out, and you see this rat, Dennis and Titsy and Lapan just full it's not a full planned punch, but it's kind of a wild backhand that kind of just slaps Hazel for 2 points of hit protection damage.
Oh, Can I have another go as a reaction? Can I?
Yes, go on then.
Be greedy, because I think I was like Hazel, really trying with the it's wholesome, it's knitting, it's Christmas. I think she kind of gets massively slapped. Oh, I didn't want to have to do this. And I think she's gonna stab him with the toothpick knitting needle, just
Okay, well, let's do your damage, please. Let's see if it's
how do I
enough
do
for whatever your. It's just the
lost
damage
the-
roll. I think it's a D8 for your spear.
It is.
Your-
God.
Your toothpick spear.
Okay. Sec. D8 stuck. Get it out. Right, I got it. 2.
2. Okay, you don't manage to strike down this rat immediately, but you do stab him through the shoulder, and he cries out. But you have indeed stabbed him.
And I'll withdraw the sort of toothpick with the blood soaking into the wood.
Gnarly.
Yeah, violence. Okay.
Yes,
right,
Titsy,
yeah.
what you got?
No, okay, yeah, it's okay, right? Yeah, I'm gonna clock one of them with the back end of the fire extinguisher.
Choose one. Which one are you clocking?
Let's go with the other one. I know that's not
Grand.
smart
Roll
combat wise, but I think
roll
that
me
makes
a roll me
sense.
a D4 for an improvised weapon.
That's not very good. Oh, why do I have? Oh god, I have everything but a D4 here. Hold on, I'll roll an 8 and divide by 2 because math. Because we're on a
Maths.
science channel, right? That's
Heck yeah.
Maths.
4.
4. Titsy, you're like, oh yeah, violence. You rush over, and this is as the gerbil in the tracksuit is like, clocks you as you fully clock him.
Yeah.
And there is this sort of resounding thunk as you smash him across the face with this shaving foam fire extinguisher, and he slumps to the ground with his neck in a really awkward position, and he's not moving anymore.
Lapan immediately kind of looks over and is just like, all right. And we'll start taking the tracksuit off of him.
That's for imperiling my big break, you kind of handsome rat guy. No!
Okay.
Stop invading my company!
I need everyone. That was sort of your very rough surprise round. Can I have everyone make a deck save, please? And we'll see who gets to go before. For success, give me successes or failures. Success. Failure for Lapan. A fail for Titsy. Ah, how fitting.
Oh dear.
Dennis, you've rushed out.
Run
You've
away.
seen this. You've seen this play out. You see Titsy. You turn and you see Titsy has clocked this gerbil in a tracksuit hard enough to possibly kill him as he's slumped to the ground. The rat has been stabbed. What you see is that as Hazel pulls this toothpick spear out, or toothpick knitting needle, now a spear, out of this rat, is he goes for the trigger on the gun at his sort of that's strung around his shoulders, and he's pointing it at Titsy.
Oh. Dennis is gonna.
And you have a chance to act before pulls the trigger.
Dennis will run, and my weapon is Dennis's punch. So can I?
You are also carrying a
I was
very
going to
heavy
say, can
case.
I use the briefcase just to
Yeah, absolutely
clobber
can.
him round the head?
Yeah.
I will. What's your punch damage?
D6.
D6. I'll give you a D. Oh yeah, big
Yeah,
strong boy.
He's a big, strong boy.
I'll give you a D8 for running at someone from behind with a heavy case.
Do I have to roll to hit, or do I just?
No, you just roll for damage.
It's a 1.
Hey!
Thanks.
Rolling low has been doing well for me so far, but
You swing and clock this again. This rat's taken a real beating. Smash him over the back of the head. He stumbles and kind of, in not being rendered dead or unconscious, he clamps his finger on the trigger of that weapon, but not accurately. There is a spray of bullets. I would like everyone who isn't Dennis to make a deck save right now.
No.
And it's been going so well.
Oh no, my friends.
Success?
Yes.
For Titsy? Success. Oh. I
Should've
think it's
stolen
because
my
as you
key.
hit him, the gun's barrel is like knocked and points down to the ground where Lepan is trying to steal a tracksuit from a gerbil. And Lepan, 2 points of hit protection damage from you as this gun sort of rattles off a few more of these peppermint rounds, and a couple of them, they don't embed themselves in you, Lepan. One misses your shoulder by like a hair's breadth, and the other just scores a very minty line across your cheek.
Kind of cool.
Looks good.
People will notice this.
You can...
That's
Titsy,
very
you okay?
frustrating.
Yeah. Did I kill a guy? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Don't
Thanks,
you
Dennis.
worry about that, Titsy. Don't you worry. It's not who you are.
The somewhat concussed rat, still not down, having fired this, is like he staggers around, and like you can tell he's really like seeing double here, and you see him like turning, and you see he reaches up to to his other shoulder, his unstabbed shoulder, where you see he has this little it's a piece of carved slate that has been like very roughly, but in a quite charming way, carved into the shape of a radio. But it also has these little, what you would know as sort of Christmassy little mouse runes on the bottom that do allow it to function in much the same the exact same way as a shortwave radio. And he reaches up and like taps a side of it, and you hear it like open, and he's opening his mouth to say something as he's sort of staggering with the gun.
I've had a go, so I probably can't.
Can I stab him again?
I would love to hear from Lepan or Titsy. Right now.
Seeing as I'm down there,
Yes.
can I grab the gun
Oh, I
and
thought you were.
twist up?
Yep. Yes,
and
you can.
shoot him?
I think you just can. He's so dazed right now. I don't think there's anything he can do to save himself right there. You reach up, having been like, narrowly missed by a couple of these peppermint bullets, and you reach up, and again it's that like dexterous little sleight of hand of this janitor slash police officer, definitely police, definitely a janitor.
Yeah, definitely.
Nothing else going on here. You manage to sort of slip the strap of the weapon around, and then there is just a short burst, and he is, and you watch as this rat's body peppermints over, and then he's just sort of teetering.
While he's pepperminting, can I grab the shortwave radio off his shoulder before it peppermints?
Yes, you can. You snatch the radio before it is taken, like the rest of his clothing, everything else he was carrying. The strap starts to become peppermint as it's still kind of partly strapped around his shoulder, but you pulled it away, and it snaps off, leaving you with the like unpepperminted gun, Lepan, which you please add peppermint gun to your inventory.
Hell
Okay, peppermint gun.
Oh, the police officer has a gun. Surprise, surprise. Now, Titsy, violence is not the answer.
Well, this will definitely.
I mean, it felt like
haunt me.
violence was the answer there. It worked out quite well.
Kind of, yeah. I think that was a really helpful answer, actually. These guys suck.
It's two. They are both dead.
Yeah.
Can I try and look in the briefcase?
Oh.
Yes, absolutely. You reach over and like snap the catches on the briefcase and lift it up, and inside is it's like a long metal tube with a little sort of padded shoulder mount and another trigger, and then just a line of these like big, heavy-looking baubles. This is some kind of rocket launcher of some description.
Oh. I guess I'll take this one. Dennis sort of scaredly looks at everyone.
Should we get Jerry out of the honey?
Oh yeah, Jerry. Sorry, mate.
You extricate Jerry, who has just killed, perhaps for the first time. I don't know if
He's
Hazel.
Yeah, no,
It's
definitely
police
for the
officer.
first time. It's just like,
Hazel, you seem
Yeah.
remarkably fine with the fact that you've just.
Oh, it was
killed-
stabbing. Sorry,
Stabbed
I should
someone.
say Hazel didn't kill anyone. It was
Oh, I
Tipsy who
did
killed
not.
someone. Tipsy's fine.
Yeah.
I got over it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was a lot.
We-
That was a lot. Yeah, but look,
Now we have
some of the bad guys are gone.
We need to go to the clock face. I found the key. You were right, Jerry. It just fell down.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody's good.
Well, I've got a big gun now, so I think this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
Great.
This is project.
Great.
It's metric. Okay. It's cool. Okay. How many guys did we see upstairs?
Quite a lot.
I knew someone was going to ask this question. I will count down the list. So counting the praying mantis also, 12.
And we've killed 2 of
12
them.
total. You've killed 2 of them.
That's
Okay.
very festive. It's a
Okay.
nice festive number.
Thank you.
On the
All
12th
right.
day of Christmas.
Yeah.
We might have to pause shortly.
Yes.
Oh yes. I'm coming up to it. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
In fact, I'll come up to it. I'll come up to it right now. I've got a little button we can take a little pause on.
Okay.
As you're all kind of standing there and like wide-eyed, Dennis is holding a fucking rocket launcher. Lapad is holding this gun, but like in this wide-eyed like oh god. Hazel is standing there with their toothpick, blood soaking into it. Titsy's fine.
You see Titsy just pick up a tiny little post-it off the desk and write down 12, cross it out, 10.
And
Oh.
as you do that, Titsy, you hear on the radio, and you hear the voice of what you would guess, having heard him speak upstairs, the big trapezoid gerbil with the beautiful hair, and you hear his voice say,
Okay.
Johannes, come in, brother, where are you? So, our mice are in a bit of a festive pickle. They've just killed 2 people. They've just killed a gerbil and a rat. And you hear that this radio has crackled, Titsy, as you've taken a little miniature post-it down and scribbled the number of terrorists from 12 to 10. And you hear the voice of this other gerbil on the end of the line, referring to one of the gerbils that the gerbil that you personally killed with the fire hydrant as his brother.
Yeah. Hello?
She's such a good actress.
Can you make a will save, please?
Come on, Titsy.
Come on. In fact, Titsy,
Yeah.
have advantage.
Yeah.
Because
She's the
you
star
are-
of the John
Look,
Lewis
I
advert.
did pass.
Yeah.
I passed on 1.
See if you crit. Incredible.
Amazing.
I passed
Amazing.
6 on a 10.
Absolutely absurd. You say hello, and the voice comes back. Is it done yet, Johannes? You and Esteban, you have set up the launcher.
Yeah.
Good. As we'll, it's only a matter of time before Santa and his elves get wind that something's wrong, and we need to be set up in case that happens. All right, finish up. Leave Esteban with the launcher and join me upstairs. And the radio
Yeah.
crackles out.
Oh, we should get Santa.
Oh my god.
Has anyone spoken to Santa ever? I've never
Santa.
spoken to him.
Jerry, you're the police? You must have a direct line to Santa, the ultimate authority in this land.
Wow, Jerry, I'm so glad you're here.
No trouble. No problem. Absolutely no problem at all. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I killed just now.
Yeah.
Just now.
Well, you're the police, so I assume you do that a lot.
Sure. Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Police, they're brutal.
ACAB sometimes,
Violent.
you know.
Definitely self-defense.
We'll make an
here.
exception for you,
Yeah.
Jerry.
Jerry.
Okay.
Will we?
Jerry, there's a lot of people in this building, and most importantly, the rushes of my commercial for tomorrow. So we really need your help.
We really should go up to the clock face. We need to make sure they don't get in there. They can't get in there.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, you're right. We should go to the clock face. We should go to and zipping up this tracksuit. Like, yeah, we should definitely go to the go to the clock face.
Santa,
yeah, we should.
can you-
We should go to the.
Why are you putting
I'll
their
get
clothes
better.
on, Jerry?
I'll get better signal up at the clock face.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Higher up.
Higher up. Yep, we can signal.
Okay, but
signal
we can't.
Santa.
We can't just go. Okay. We
can.
go to the clock face. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
you seem definitely to know what you're doing, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But we can't just go through the floor upstairs is full of the terrorists.
Yeah, we could. Well, there's like all the tunnels. I call them the tunnels.
Oh, the tiny mouse tunnels that we
No,
built
well,
into
no,
this.
they're just like little wooden poles that hold everything up, but they're actually hollow. You can just sort of scrabble around in them.
Bamboo.
Conveniently mouse
Yeah,
sized.
they're bamboo.
We can.
It's a bamboo grandfather clock.
Yes, this is all going to plan.
Okay, so we go through the tiny
The bamboo.
ventilation mouse tunnels.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
bamboo ventilation shafts. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
the
That's a
bamboo
really good
ventilation.
idea, Dennis.
Thank you,
Thanks.
Dennis.
Thanks.
That'll help us avoid any further horrible violence.
Yeah.
Which is what we want on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, no one wants any violence.
No one wants that.
You load
no,
a bauble
definitely
into
not.
this Christmas rocket launcher. There's another little crackle on this radio, a voice going out to all channels, and you hear the clipped speech of the praying mantis that you saw giving orders upstairs, and its voice simply says, "All of you that are not currently defending this building, head upstairs to mind the hostages. And Johannes, get up here. We are beginning to cut the door." Clicks off.
They can't get in. We cannot let them get in. We have to go. We have to go now. And Dennis will will open up a door into the ventilation bamboo.
Yeah, you open it up, and you guys kind of clamber in and look up into this kind of network of
My shoulder
tunnels and
pads don't
vents.
quite fit.
Yeah, it jammed. You gotta wedge your way in.
Just
And as a group, you begin to sort of shoulder your way through this this ventilation area. As you're moving through, can I get I think this is more strength and dex, I think. Can I get a group strength check as you're all kind of muscling your way through these vents?
Success.
there.
Excellent. Failure.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Dennis and Lapan, you are kind of having to carry, not physically. Well, I don't know. I'll leave that open to you guys. These other two.
My jacket, no. No.
Titsy, you might have to take the shoulder pads out.
No, it's Christmas. It's a big drag.
I will drag
yeah,
Titsy
you're
out.
just dragging
Yeah.
Titsy along.
Find the lining.
And with your permission, Shamini, kind of like at the back, just kind of like pushing Hazel up bit by bit, and just yep.
Hazel, there's I'll be honest, now that he's touching you,
Yes, Pip.
there's something familiar. There's something definitely familiar about those paws.
You felt those paws before.
Oh, it's bringing back some memories. I feel like the confined space and the being pushed and dragged around. This is what my victims must have felt like. That must be it. That's what I'm remembering.
Hazel, don't mean to alarm you. I'm sure your past is a dark and terrible place.
It is. Oh, Shari, you understand me. I don't like to talk about it.
Oh no, I've noticed. You have been very stoic about all of this. But if you could possibly help, like, kind of climb up a bit
Sorry, I thought you were doing very well on your own, but you're all right.
No.
Yes, it turns out you simply weren't trying. You sort of you managed to you're on this like vertical section where you're having to push and pull each other up, and then you're clambering along. I'm imagining Dennis in the lead because Dennis kind of knows the ins and outs here. Dennis, you shuffle along and you reach an area where the last time you were down here, there should now be like a left turn and then the continuation of the passage that should sort of take you up to the next floor, which is the office floor, and then you'll need to go up again if you want to bypass that for the clock. What you find, however, is the workmen down here who are dealing with this new pendulum that is smaller to kind of fit in more office space. They've rejigged some of these pathways, and unfortunately this vent ends here. There is a grill below you sort of down into like another room, but it just simply stops.
Oh no. Sorry everyone, they've messed up the vents.
Dennis.
Are we back on the floor with all the bad people?
Yeah, I think we are, yeah.
That seems counterproductive.
Yeah. But we're not over the party bit.
No, not over the party yet. Okay. You would imagine you are like close to the sort of crawl space, like underneath where the party was taking place.
We're under the party.
Under the party, but there seems to be a room or a below you, sort of through this grill.
I think we're just gonna have to go out here and find another way. Sorry, everyone.
Is it an office? What is it?
I'll look down.
You peek down and kind of squint. Mice have good night vision, I assume. And you kind of peek down into this room. It looks like it's a lot of these sort of big carved stone servers, effectively, and sort of various computers that have been kind of set up, although the room itself has been ransacked. Like you would assume that these terrorists, whoever they are, have torn through here for one reason or another, and a lot of the glass like dividers that kind of split the different cubicles and areas from each other have just been shattered, and the floor of this room is just covered in glass.
Oh, this looks dangerous. Titsy, you should not go down there.
What? Well, no, come on. I'm trying to squeeze through Dennis.
So
tiny.
Okay.
No, what are you looking? No, this is
Hi.
okay. Okay, it's fine. There's some glass. It's fine. We all have bare
Your little
paws.
paws. You've got famous paws. We can't let them get hurt.
Dennis, if we don't save this building, no one will ever see my beautiful paws. Okay? This is my one shot at fame. Also, a lot of people are in jeopardy, I think. Okay?
Well, yeah,
we're going.
They really
through.
can't let. We can't let them into the clock face.
Rips off her spangled jacket that he's been performing, wraps around one fist, punches through the grate, and then drops this jacket down as a landing mat so we don't have to land in the glass.
Amazing.
Dennis.
You absolutely do that and drop down into the room.
Wow. I'm in the phase 2 costuming a la Die Hard where it's like just a vest and filthy, you know.
Dennis very quietly just goes, I love you.
Like you say it very quietly. Titsy 100% does not hear you.
Yeah,
but the vent that you're in amplifies your voice enough that the others hear it. Like they were both right next to you. Like you just.
That would be Sharon. That would be a good mouse to have in a prison break, I feel.
Definitely. Like that would be perfect.
That would be a good mouse to have.
That would be
Why are we
amazing.
talking about prison breaks?
Well, just if you were doing one, Dennis, don't mind. Get you down there.
Dennis will drop down.
Dennis, you drop down as well. There's you kind of landed in an area that like Titsy has managed while you guys have been talking in the vent to kind of brush like some of the glass away. There's various there's still desks and chairs that in my head I'm imagining as like little egg cup chairs that are actual egg cups for mice to sit in while they work on magic computers. I guess this is rich world building. And you There's enough kind of debris that's not glass around this room for you guys to kind of leapfrog your way across to what Dennis can see on the other side of the room, which is where they've obviously kind of bisected. This room has bisected where these tunnels were already going, so it's been cleared away, and there is now another entrance to these ventilation shafts on the other side of this room. So you will need to cross, but there are like enough kind of islands for you all to do so.
Okay.
Are there any like phones? Is Santa definitely online in 1988 or whatever?
Absolutely, there are a number of and I like it because it rhymes. Stone phones kind of rhymes. It's a half rhyme, or a 3/4 rhyme. Yes, there are a number of them on most of the desks. You'll need to like make that first kind of jump / whatever you're doing to get across to reach one of them. But yes, absolutely.
Trying to play into character, Jari will lean over and kind of grab one of the stone phones, and
you pick it up
and just type Santa in numbers.
You pick it up. You try and you try you do the sort of the touch type of Santa, and they hold it to your ear. There's not even a dial tone.
What's that, Santa? We have to get to the clock face.
Oh,
Yeah, sure. I'll talk to you later.
that's what we were going to do anyway.
Am I still on the good list? Because I'm struggling here.
Jerry, I don't think this is the time, mate.
I think you guys turn to Jarrett. You guys turn to Jari Lepan, standing there with this phone. The cord. This little wire cord is dangling. It is not. It has been cut. It's just
Dennis
standing there
notice.
with this.
Okay. Yeah. No.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Jerry. Yeah.
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 Thanks, Santa.
No. You're okay. I'm just gonna take this
You're
from
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Okay. I just look at the others in a kind of concerned fashion.
So cool that you got to speak to Santa.
Okay. Yeah.
Cops are never
yeah.
on the good list, if you ask me.
Okay. Well, look.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Someone's clearly sabotaged our contact with the outside world.
Right.
Maybe
So,
we do have to just get to this stupid clock
I think
face.
we really do.
Do you have a little radio thing? Can't you go, oh no, that's them. That's
It's
the
full of
radio
terrorists.
device."
Yeah.
I like click through all the channels. I assume it's just like various
Death,
like, "Y'all having
murder,
a good
I'll
week."
kill everyone.
I will say it does occur to Hazel and Titsy potentially at this point, as to like why the clock, why the clock face.
Why the clock face? We don't necessarily know that the terrorists are going there. No, we do. Do we?
You
know?
heard that they're trying to like cut the door
They said
open.
get the door,
Yeah.
and we can assume.
Dennis, why would they want to go to the clock face?
It's a secret. I can't tell you. I'm not allowed to tell you.
Dennis?
Okay, fine, I'll tell you. So,
Dennis, you don't have to.
no,
I was gonna
Jerry,
have
you
you roll a
wouldn't know.
save
You're
to
a
see-
janitor.
I was gonna have you roll a save to see if you folded, but perfect.
It's Jerry, I have to tell them. It's it stops time for Father Christmas, for Santa. It's the only reason he can deliver all the presents is the clock. It does it. We look after the magic clock.
I thought we were just a creative marketing agency.
Well, you are, but I've got a really important job.
Oh, that's important.
We have to stop them now.
Okay. All right. More
Dennis
vents?
is just going to start running.
Great.
Okay, more events. I'm the glass.
However, anyone wants to choose to avoid glass, let me know and make a roll accordingly.
I'm gonna take my bar of soap, which is most of a bar of soap, but it's not like that hotel soap where it's tiny little bar, and just like crack off a couple of bits and hand 2 pieces to Hazel, and crack off a couple of bits and hand some to Titsy, and crack off a couple of bits and go to hand some to Dennis.
He's
and
gone.
Dennis is gone. And just
I'll say-
sigh and kind of put
Dennis
them
is
on his
just
own feet.
leaping over the glass.
I think for the okay, so I'll say mark off 2 uses of your bar of soap.
Cool.
You got 1 left, so 1 more sort of soap based action. And then everyone who's crossing with I assume sort of like using the
Ice
soap as
skating, right?
shoes.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Just like as a way
Yeah.
that they,
You know,
so
shoes.
they
Yeah.
don't come into contact with
I-
the glass.
I love it. Please make deck saves with advantage for soap. But Dennis, simply strength for
Yeah.
big leaping.
Hey,
Big leapy strength.
Hey.
Oh, it's not enough. Fail.
I made it.
Rolled like a 17 and a 19. Like,
Oh,
I know. For once, you're like, come on, that one.
yeah.
Oh,
Um,
no. Okay. Well, look, someone had to get John McClane, and it is 2 of you.
No.
Um,
Don't have
that's-
I really should have watched Die Hard more recently. I haven't watched it for like over a decade. I can't remember.
He's barefoot, and there's a bit with glass. Just for our listeners at home, viewers rather. That is 2 points of glass in your tiny paws damage.
Oh,
That's how much I had left after getting punched by a rat.
is that
Great.
just your hip or your
Just
hip
your
protection?
hip
yeah, but then it
protection.
My
starts
hip
coming out your
protection.
strength.
Yeah, it's going to start coming out of your strength. It's okay. You will have an opportunity to take a short breather soon. But right now, this is bad for you, Hazel. This is
Ow,
I
ow.
think
I
you know.
think what's happened is
Yeah.
I've tried to use the soap as ice skates, like spit a little, get them a little moist on the bottom for a nice slidey effect.
You got to spit on it to get
you
it
gotta
moist.
spit.
Right, you gotta get it. Yeah, I fell over. Yeah, no, I can't ice skate. I'm a mouse.
I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. So sorry, we're going up the vents and we're heading.
Yes.
How many floors away are we from the clock face? Are
So
we
you
about
gotta
to get there?
you gotta get past the party floor where
Right.
you assume that the hostages are still being held.
Right.
And then 1 floor up from that is not the clock face itself, but the area that will lead you up to the clock face. Like there is no secret passage entrance to that area.
So that's where they will be trying to get through.
That's
the
where
door,
they're trying to get
right?
into.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
As far as you know. Great. You guys make it. You guys make it across. Titsy and Lepan gracefully soap skating across this glassy floor, and Hazel and Dennis, unfortunately, getting your tiny little mouse paws.
I've
a
been
little
like
bit cut
running
up.
over, like I'm just covered in blood all over.
Okay. So
Like,
so Dennis is doing the full like John McClane like
yeah.
oh I've got glass in my feet
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
being caught unawares in an action movie, and Hazel is fully like whoa tumbling around. There's just
Yeah.
you all arrive at the next vent, which I'm just gonna say, Titsy, you have retrieved your jacket and you punch through it again. You all arrive. Dennis is a bit sad because his feet have been cut up a little bit, and
And he gave
Hazel
away the
is,
big secret.
He did give away a big secret.
It's
You promised somebody quite important that you would keep that secret, and that person's name begins with an S and ends in Christmas. Santa Christmas.
Sir
That's his
Christmas.
name.
Sharon Christmas.
This is the deep Christmas lore you crave. So you clamber into the next set of vents and begin to kind of make your way up towards the party floor. And at this point, you find yourselves coming up and over the party room. And you can see that the hostages have kind of been corralled into one area, very sort of, they're all bunched together, close to that table with the where you were sort of alone by the punch bowl, Titsy.
Is there
They've all
any
been-
punch? left, or-
There is not in that bowl, no. You see they're all kind of corralled around. You can't quite see through the little grills in the vents all of the room, but you're aware there's at least 4 of these antagonists in this room watching over the hostages, and they are all, of course, armed.
Okay. Look, I think we need to take this opportunity to reduce the number count. Is everybody on board?
You want us to kill people again?
No.
This is my big day. Also, Santa's big day.
You have to say
Mostly
Santa.
Santa.
It's Santa's big day, really.
We could all get back to being wholesome and have a lovely Christmas as long as we just kill 10 people first.
You can
DJ
also
booth.
see at the above the DJ booth before you asked the question you were about to ask. You see a big clock, which is just a human-sized watch that's had the straps removed and it's been attached to the wall. And you see that the hour is ticking towards midnight, which Dennis Dennis, that is when time is stopped. Time is stopped at midnight, and then Santa will set out and begin the arduous task of delivering Christmas presents to every Christmas celebrating house in the world. He's gotten over it in the sort of latter years of his life, but he used to get real pissed off when people were like, this guy only works one night a year, and he's like, yeah, but that night lasts several years. So but nobody knew the secret. But yes, we're about half an hour, give or take, from midnight.
Okay, we haven't got long. We've got to go. We've got to do it. We'll have to kill them. We'll have to do it. Shall I just rocket launcher everyone? Just hostages and everything? Do we just kill everyone? I'll kill everyone.
Okay. Hang on. Okay, hang on. Okay, so the hostages are corralled somewhere, right?
Yes.
Is
In the
that-
center of the room.
Okay. It's not
DJ booth. You wanted to ask about the DJ
Yeah,
booth.
is that not near the DJ booth?
It's not near the DJ booth because the DJ booth was up on the balcony, and I did describe that. And if I hadn't described that, then I would just say it was near the DJ booth.
No, that's I would rather it be away from the DJ booth.
Fantastic. The DJ booth, you are closer to the upper balcony because you're above this room than the lower, so you could try and drop down onto the balcony and get to the DJ booth for sure.
Okay. I'm going to lure them. Everyone, get ready. Smash down.
Titsy's gone off the deep end.
Titsy!
I want
You
get at the vent.
notice Lepan, that Titsy has taken your the red ribbon that you were using earlier for a tie and has fully tied it around her head.
I have to keep my permed hair out of my
To keep the hair out of her
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
It's very practical.
She is incredibly intense.
I love her.
Everyone, get ready.
Okay.
I
So
would like to state for the record that I would usually be more in favour of rehabilitation than retribution, but these are violent and brutal times.
We can.
You stab someone with a toothpick.
Violent and brutal times.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I think we're ready.
Oh no! And I will. I'll jump down after Titsy, and kind of like scurry the other side.
Okay.
And be like, "Hey, look, it's me, Johannes."
They're both doing the distraction, Dennis.
I don't think that's gonna work. I kind of wanted.
Wait.
I wanted all the bad guys in one place so I could hit them with the
Wait,
rocket
are we
launcher.
supposed to put them all to one place? Oh no! And we'll scurry off. And just bring out the peppermint gun and just hide behind one of the tables again.
I think
police
what
officers,
no. I got this. What we see is down on the floor of the where all the hostages are and the terrorists are guarding them. We see an angle up and we see this little mouse head pop up and this voice go, "Hey, it's me, Johannes." And then like a few people turn and the terrorists are like, "What?" And by which point you've already realized what you've done and like ducked down again and run off. And there's just this general air of people being like, "What?" You have a moment to take advantage of this confusion, Titsy.
Like it. Okay. I mean, what I was able
Having
to do,
scurried
I
over
quite
to the
like
DJ
this
booth.
is the thing. Yeah. Okay. I scurry over to the DJ booth. I'm just gonna do what I was thinking. I want to take the radio. I want to click on broadcast.
Yeah.
and like jam it down basically. In my mind it's walkie-talkie. I know it's a magic stone, but basically I want to put it on the DJ decks and I want to start playing at full volume. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. So that it is just a very obvious, terrifying Christmas thing. And hopefully
I think it's a beautiful rendition of that song. And it's very cheerful, like that song is. But I think just because of the proximity of the audio of the radio to one of the speakers, it is being tinged with like an underlying screechy feedback that is making it kind of twisted and horrifying. And that begins to like blare out over the room, and you see a couple of these terrorists like take note and begin to like fan out. One of them stays down with the hostages, but 3 others begin to sort of make their way up and over towards the DJ booth.
Okay, I'm gonna try and grab Jerry and move just away enough from the DJ booth, let's say. I'm trying to lure them to the DJ booth and have them assembled for hopefully some kind of party ambush. So that I would like to be just far enough away that I'm not going to get shot or anything. Yeah.
What are the rest of you doing in preparation?
Dennis will line up the DJ booth with the rocket launcher.
Yep.
And I would just give the peppermint gun to Titsy and just like, you have this without any problem.
But you're a policeman. You're a policeman.
Policeman.
What?
Oh. Merde.
Cool. At that moment,
yeah.
the 3 have like walked up to the DJ booth and are like looking down. One of them picks the radio up and like clicks it and like brings it to his mouth and is like, "Hello?"
Dennis just goes, "For Santa," and then I would like to fire a bauble at them.
Incredible. Great. Roll me a d12.
A d12?
Yep.
I don't have a d12.
Come on, Dennis!
Gotta have a d12. Get a
I don't know where
d12.
my dice are. Okay, right, hang on. I'll do it online. Hang on one sec. D12.
Can you do 2d6?
I was going to say, yeah, roll 2d6.
No, that's not how
in the curve.
It doesn't work, does it?
That's maths.
You could.
It's not right. I'm doing it on hit. No, you can't. I got an 8.
8. You stand up, and there's a thump as you pull the trigger on this bauble launcher, and it kind of slow-mo we watch from the hostages' point of view as they're looking up. We see it streak across one balcony towards the other, and then there is a deafening explosion as the DJ booth and the 3 animals. I know it's worse because it's animals.
It is worse.
Around it. Look, they're anthropomorphic. They're just people. They just look cute.
Yeah.
Are standing around it. Are engulfed in fire, glitter, and tinsel streamers that are just like springing like out from this explosion. And there is a deafening boom. The hostages are like panicking, covering their heads as like flaming tinsel is raining down around them. Not going to do anyone any harm, but they're all like ducking. The one, actually, all of you had kind of the drop. So the one terrorist remaining on the ground. Are you leaping off the balcony to land on this person?
Hazel, you look poised. Yeah.
I thought we were hiding in a vent, so I wanted to just spear them with my toothpick from our hiding place.
He's down on the floor. You're up in the ceiling, so you can absolutely do that.
Can I spear him from there?
You could spear him if you leap out.
It is a ranged weapon.
Yeah.
It's great. A ranged weapon. I was not using it correctly before.
Absolutely, huck a spear.
I thought maybe I'd use it as a ranged weapon.
I love it.
Technically, my character sheets are okay.
Give me a d8. Give me a d8.
Means I will lose the toothpick. But... Ooh, 6.
6 points of damage is more than enough. This guy's like, I mean, unfortunately, this wonderfully stealthy attack did use a rocket launcher. So, like, there is this deafening explosion. This guy on the ground is like like staggers back from the explosion, is like gets his gun up, but he doesn't really know where to aim it, and then like leaning out of the vent with a toothpick, Hazel just and it hits him through the neck, and he like and then topples backwards, dead. And the hostages kind of start screaming again. Everyone starts panicking again.
It's gonna be okay.
So that's if you want to update your post-it note, that's formal.
As the tinsel starts, like, everything calms for a second, you just see Titsy run a digit through the ashes, cross out the 10, and write a 6.
We'll run over to the bespeared creature, and we'll get the walkie-talkie and just immediately be like, oh, hey, it's suitably German name down here. Everything's cool. There was an explosion, but it's cool now. There was a problem, but it's all cool now.
There's a longish pause.
How are you?
And who might I be speaking to?
Suitable German name?
We can dispense with the pretenses, I think.
Please, dispense with the pretenses was my father.
Funny. You are a comedian.
I've got a tight 5 on this, It's not great, but it's workable. It's got potential. Someone else take this from me, please.
Hello, my name is Dennis, and
Dennis,
please do not go into the clock face. Thank you very much.
Okay, Hazel, you take it. This is not working. Hazel, you take it.
Santa will not be happy.
Right, you. Now listen to me. It's Christmas Eve. And we ain't gonna be having any of this now. I have a dark and violent past.
Okay, yeah, no, maybe we should, maybe Titsy's been handling this pretty well so far. Let's hand it over to Titsy. Let's get, okay, sorry everyone. I misfired a couple of times on this one. It was okay.
It's all coming up, Titsy. And Titsy is coming for you.
I don't want Titsy to have it anymore.
I think we're going to the clock face, everybody.
I see. So if you
no.
are the final one to speak, that would mean there are 4 of you. Excellent. And from the proximity of the explosion, that would put you on the floor below. Excellent. There's another click, and you hear broadcasting on all channels. Men, assault the offices. Kill the hostages. We have no need of them now.
That's not good.
Everyone
There's
into
another
the
click.
tunnels.
Yeah.
Everyone into the little areas, please, quickly.
Make a group will save to get these terrified mice into a safe place.
Jesus. We'll have fun and hijinks.
Success.
We'll have fun and hijinks. No.
Success.
Thank God, because Sharmany's been rolling so good.
No.
Cool. Hazel's having brutal flashbacks. And has just moved over to where the punch was, and it's just drinking more of it.
You said there was none left.
No, there was none in the punch bowl that they were kind of gathered around. There's a whole serving area off to the side. You can grab all the punch you want. As the others are ushering the panicked people towards that. I think it's that hatch you opened, Dennis, that was under the table. You're kind of go, trying to get everyone in. Titsy, as you're standing there, jacket, I assume you still have, but tied around your waist.
Yeah.
Sort of torn shirt, vest, sleeves underneath, covered in dirt from the red headband tied around.
Yeah, tinsel and ashes.
And ashes, and tufts of fur burned away. You see Adelaide, your former co-worker, who was rushing by in the press of people, and she She looks at you and doesn't recognize you initially, and then like her eyes go extremely wide, and then she like taps a couple of shoulders near her, and you see her and the group of girls who all kind of ignored you initially. They all turn and kind of do this like wide-eyed, open-mouthed stare as they're being ushered by Dennis and Lupin towards safety, just regarding you standing there dressed like this, carrying a gun.
Yes.
And I assume, you know what, I'm adding a detail to that. You've stuck the post-it note to your own chest, and there is a literal kill count, like just right here.
Jesus.
Yeah.
And there's no time for words.
Amazing.
Go.
Yeah.
I would also like to pick up.
LA.
Did Mr. Stabbed by a Toothpick also have a weapon?
Oh, he did.
Who wants it?
I'm good.
I'll take it if you've both got one.
I mean, the police officer.
Jerry,
No,
you should
wait,
probably
hang on.
have a gun.
You should have it. You should have it.
Jerry. Okay, I give it to Hazel.
Don't
Jerry.
give the gun to the police. Give it to me.
Oh no. Right,
Oh,
we've
this
got to
is
go.
bad.
And Dennis will start running up the stairs and like rocket launcher in hand.
You start running up, and you guys kind of follow Dennis. You see out one of the big wide windows that is right next to this staircase as you're running up. Also on this side of the, as you're coming past, you see that like part of the window has broken slightly from the blast. So this is quite close to where the DJ booth was. And that plume of tinsely burning, sparkly smoke is kind of like drifting out of the window of the side of the clock. And looking out, you see like across the sort of darkness of the workshop, the closed down workshop, you see tiny little red and blue lights flashing on the other side of the workshop and sort of moving in your direction, likely heralding the arrival at some point of the actual mouse police, who are literally what I would like you to imagine a mouse with a little like a tiny hat with a red and blue light on it that spins round, who is sitting on top of one of those cars that you pull back and then let go. So they from the other side of the room, they've been pulled back. And they'll get about halfway and then have to get off, pull the car back again, then jump on and then move forward.
Amazing.
But it seems like the explosion and the smoke from the side of the clock has been noticed. And those guys will have radios and access to communication that you don't have on the inside of this building. You guys rush up towards the balcony, heading. You've got to kind of come up onto the balcony and then round a couple more offices to get to the stairs that will lead you up to the top floor. As you're kind of coming up and around that corner, you immediately hear footsteps coming down the stairs from upstairs, but then also you hear a sound from the floor below that you've just left to come up onto the balcony, as a heavy footsteps step out, and you see a massive trapezoid-shaped gerbil with one of these big, huge guns, like hanging off of one of his shoulders. He's clearly just come up from the floor below, and his eyes are like dead inside. And you can see a little bit of the fur around his eyes, matted with some manly tears.
And I seriously regret stealing that tracksuit.
He looks, and you know what? He looks up, and I think he's scanning across you guys to see any evidence of which one of you motherfuckers killed his brother. And he settles on Lupin, who is literally wearing his clothes.
Yeah.
Dennis,
He just roars, Johannes! And starts firing wildly up at the balcony. And everyone make a dex save.
Yeah.
does he have big, huge guns and also big, huge guns?
Yes.
Hooray.
Is that Dex?
Yes, please.
I think that's my first success of the whole game.
Oh, before we do that, because you guys were hanging out in the vent, can everyone roll me a d6 plus 1, please?
What?
Sorry, before we resolve the death stuff. And
2.
refill your hit protection by that amount.
Oh, hanging out in the vent.
Before we go into-
We were definitely that was a restful vent experience
Yes,
for us
yes.
all.
There
I
was
think.
enough.
Yeah.
There was enough. It only takes a turn to take a little rest. So there was enough time spent lying in a vent going,
Oh,
"I
great.
love you," for you guys to like heal up a little bit.
Very good impression.
Okay, who's succeeded? Who has failed on this deck save?
Success.
Excellent. You guys, the three of you, like managed to drop flat. However, Titsy, that is 3 points coming in at you.
Right. That goes straight out from Titsy, who is, let's not forget, actually an aspiring model and typist, only has 1 hit protection. So that immediately starts going into my strength, I believe.
It does
by Master
indeed,
Rules.
yes.
Oh no.
But it is minus by 1
Okay.
because you are technically armored.
Yeah.
I thought you said.
I mean, I have taken off
wearing
my spangly armor.
But you're wearing it around your waist, and he's firing up
Waist
at you from
protection.
a
see. Okay.
angle.
Waist
So I think
protection.
this your beautiful jacket's actually made of quite it's cut thin for a mouse, but it's actually quite heavy leather, and it is going to provide some.
It's the
protection
sequins.
from-
They're basically chainmail.
just chainmail.
Yeah.
sequins. That's
Yeah.
way better. And a number of these peppermint bullets kind of just smash up through the balcony, through the floor. You guys kind of throw yourselves down, but you are absolutely clipped by one of them. So I think that takes you 1 point into your strength.
Yeah.
You make a strength save now.
Right. Is that just a... Okay.
Just make a flat strength save.
I have failed.
Titsy goes down. She's not dead. She goes down. There's a spray of bullets. You don't really see, she's clipped, but she topples down, seems semi-conscious.
Dennis
what are the rest of
is
you doing?
mad. Dennis also was slightly mad before Titsy even got hit by seeing the way that Titsy looked at this gerbil? Question mark?
Yes, he's big,
Look, he's very
big
handsome.
trapezoid-shaped gerbil
Yeah.
with beautiful blonde hair.
Dennis didn't like that anyway, and now he has knocked out Titsy. So Dennis is going to go down, forgets he has the rocket launcher, and is going to run down and punch him in the face.
You're just going
Hey.
to fist fight this guy. Okay. Because we don't have to make rolls for this kind of thing, I'm going to say rather than run back down the stairs, you leap from the balcony.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's
And
cool.
just
Yes.
just fucking
like,
land on this
bam.
guy. Give me a
Titsy!
d6 of punching damage, please.
That's a 6.
Yeah.
Oh, Dennis, so strong.
You know what? You max damage this guy. Dennis, you land very well. And part of that landing is you just going past him, and this echoing. If anyone's ever watched an Indiana Jones movie, the sound effects for punches in that movie are amazing. In those movies, there is just this kind of slapping, whip cracky noise as this gerbil just bang, and he kind of looks at you. And then he just topples sideways. You have rendered him unconscious instantly.
We have to get
you
to the
saw-
clock face. And Dennis would just run back
Hazel,
up the stairs.
yeah, you're still downstairs. Hazel and Lepan, you're kind of picking yourselves up, and you see more of these guys coming around the corner from upstairs. What are you doing? And I'm gonna say, in order to do that, Dennis would have absolutely had to have dropped the rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Not turning anyone's hand towards using a rocket launcher, just saying. And you've only used one of, let's say, three
good to know.
rocket/bauble grenades.
You're knocked out, Titsy. You
I
didn't
know.
see it.
Oh,
That's
it's
sad.
but she has fallen very attractively.
Dennis has noticed. That's weird. No,
Yeah.
I don't think he's perving on an
Sorry.
unconscious body. No, we're gonna take that back.
I think I'm fluttering out of unconsciousness just enough to
Just
see
enough
your
that it's
awesome
so-
punch.
Oh,
You know, like I had to
100%.
see that, and then you're like,
100%.
oh,
Yeah.
so strong.
Yeah.
And then I've passed out very attractively.
Hazel, out of curiosity, do you perchance have any good aim?
Well, the thing is,
You flash back to minutes before when she leant out of a vent and threw a toothpick through a mouse's throat.
I will grab the toothpick from the mouse's throat. Say,
Right.
no, that's not who I am anymore. I've changed. And then I will grab the rocket launcher. I will aim the rocket launcher. I will turn back to Jari and I will say, I used to be like you once, a violent member of law enforcement. But if I can change, you can change too. And I'm going to turn around and rocket launch.
Free of charge, Lapan, could you make a little will save for me? Do it with advantage.
Oh, yeah. Succeed.
It's now that you remember who Hazel is.
Oh, dip. Oh. Okay. We'll come back to this. And I'll take...
Rocket!
Yeah.
Give me a D12 roll, Sharmany.
D12? Oh.
D12.
Oh, yeah. I knew that. I know how the game works. I lost my D12.
Yeah, I'm not making it up.
We're mice, whatever.
Oh, that was an 11.
Okay. You throw the toothpick aside, grab the rocket launcher up, wheel around, and in that moment where you're not looking at him, Lapan is having this like existential moment before he is forced to duck as the backblast from the rocket launcher goes off, and another one of these baubles sails down this corridor, and it's so perfectly timed. Like, it's just, it's sailing past these office windows, these places you spend a lot of time, and from around the corner come, like, again, you don't really see how many of them, but like at least 3 or 4 more of these terrorists. They come around and are like bringing their weapons up and are just met by this high velocity explosive, which detonates. There is another shower of flame and glitter and tinsel, and you see it, like, it kind of ruptures the ceiling above it, so a bunch of the floor above kind of tumbles in. Luckily, Dennis, you would know, we're not directly under the clock, we're kind of under the area that you go up to access the clock, but a bunch of debris like tumbles down into the corridor, crushing what's left of these poor folks. It's also blasted a hole through the kind of side of the building, and the night air that's rushing into this clock that's in a building, so not that much night air.
They turn the heating off, so
yeah.
it's mildly
it's
chilly.
actually, it's the North Pole outside, so it's cold.
Yeah.
This cold air begins to kind of like rush in, and we have a moment here as Hazel, you're putting the last rocket into the launcher.
Rocket bubble.
And Lapan, this is just the moment, as I imagine Dennis is rushing back up to Titsy's
rushing
side.
to Titsy, yeah.
Hazel, I do not have a lot of time to explain this to you. If only for the fact that I am also very, very confused. But I missed you.
I will suddenly clock the accent change, because it's kind of changed a few times as we've been going along. Yeah. And like, it's in this moment where she's like reloading this weapon and she's holding this weapon and she hears this like gentle French voice behind her without seeing the cunning disguise of Jari. She suddenly stops and says, Lapin?
And then I think, can we just have like a moment of a flashback, please? Just a little moment of a flashback.
So in the prison where Lapin was held for many years, the slowly that kind of montage of slowly growing friendship between Lapin and the prison guard, and for that time he told himself that it was going to be just to seduce and leave. But something stopped him, so he stayed there for much, much longer. Then
We did not know that.
stayed there for much, much longer. Like he had the plan all laid out. He had everything planned and ready to go. And much like tonight, everything was planned and ready to go, but he just
You kept delaying.
leave.
You kept delaying. It
Kept
wasn't. You
delaying.
kept saying it wasn't the right day. It wasn't the right
Yeah.
night. And what part of that flashback resonates most with Hazel?
Well, until one day when Hazel decided that it had to be the right time, and Hazel put her whole terrible, violent job.
Mouse prison,
institutional correction.
notoriously
It's
brutal.
not good. It's not good place.
Utterly brutal.
No, it's not good.
The prison industrial complex in the mouse world is fucked.
They can fit in
it's
very
awful.
small spaces. It's very
Yeah.
bad. It's very bad.
No, oh god. And like without properly like consulting the past, suddenly you find yourself stowed away in some laundry. It's got to be laundry. And there you've like on the outside world, Hazel being sternly reprimanded in an office, losing her job, throwing the prison officer gun and other terrible beating stick to the desk, stomping out, looking around.
Can it be you've got your long toothpick, right? Blunt end on one end, sharp end on the other. Snap it over your knee. You throw the blunt end away, and you keep the other end because it's
so smart, Pip. I'm gonna take up knitting.
Never again will
Announces.
this toothpick be used in violence.
Cut to now. It's just so sad.
And every year the kind of the place where they arranged to meet, or that they'd always talked about, Lepan always turns up wearing a different disguise, and
You were there.
never enough to walk forward.
And then one day she stopped coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's effective. It's sad. We got characters for days.
Yeah. We put so much backstory into these little see these little mice? They
little
can hold
guys.
so much backstory.
It's these little guys. Well, I'm sorry I missed you.
I waited for you. I thought maybe you just been using me all along.
No. It meant a lot more. But also, I was on the run from mouse prison, and
It's a dark and brutal place.
it was so brutal.
Violent.
It was horrible in there. Do you have any idea? Oh, well, you know. Well,
Yeah, no, I remember.
Yeah, no, it's horrible. You were the brightest thing in that place. Of course. You are like this explosion or the tinsel. It was
At least,
Or the mangled corpses beneath the fallen debris.
honestly
at
this
least tell me that you like me have left that life behind, no longer risking your liberty and safety for such petty reasons.
I mean, define race.
We're gonna cut at that moment back to Dennis. You've rushed up to Titsy, who was on the ground.
Titsy, you there? Are you okay? Can I try and wake her up?
Yeah, you can revive her. Like she's
revive her.
alive.
Yes. Shake.
I think so. The way
Give her
this
a
will
bit
work.
of honey.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. The way this will work is like, Liz, your strength stat will stay in its lowered state.
Yeah.
You can get that 1/8 hit protection back.
Thank you.
Rules. This game's got rules and stuff. Yeah. Please.
Dennis?
Hi. Are you okay?
Oh. Yeah, that was really... Wow, I've been really selfish.
Oh no, you're gonna be a star. Like you can be as selfish as you want.
No. I thought that was the most important thing, but it's not. I mean, if I'm going to be a star, then doesn't all have to happen tomorrow. What you do, Dennis, that's really important. And I'm sorry, I just didn't realize. but
I don't tell people. It was meant to be a secret. I shouldn't have told you, really.
yeah. Well, there are a lot of terrorists that are trying to kill us. So.
Yeah, we should still probably stop that. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Maybe you should stay. Maybe you shouldn't come.
No, I like how much you care, Dennis. I really like that way that you punched that gerbil. And I would like to care about something that's not just me. So if you let me, I'd like to go and kill the rest of the terrorists with you and save the clock.
Yeah, I'd really like that. And Titsy, as she stands up, loading again. You've always been a star to me.
Thanks, Dennis.
Let's go murder some fucking rats. Oh, I haven't got a rocket launcher anymore. I just got my fist.
You do the Henry Cavill fist reloading, but for a mouse. They inexplicably make a gun cocking noise when you do it. You've fitted yourself with clockwork. It's like click. Okay. The four of you pick yourselves up as you head down the corridor and sort of begin to clamber over the debris. How are you all armed right now? Just so I know, just
Arms.
Fists. You've got one of the peppermint guns. Hazel, you've got the last rocket in the rocket launcher, and Lepan.
I got nothing. I am, as ever, dear Pip.
There was a spare peppermint gun.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Liz, you know that's not how Rhys rolls.
I apologize.
Why would I be useful in any situation? Liz, come
Buddy,
on.
you do you. I love it.
You, I think you kind of look down as you're clambering over the debris with all of these exploded and crushed mice and rats and shrews underneath. And I think you count enough limbs, Titsy, to realize that you've filled the counter up, but one. There is one left, and nobody under this rubble is a praying mantis. And as you kind of clamber over, you carefully, I'm imagining all of you doing like action movie style, leaning against the wall, coming around the corner, checking the corners, except maybe for Lepan, who's just following you guys and is very scared. You come around and sort of expecting to find at the foot of the stairs someone, but in fact, all you find is this. It's basically they've somehow got in pieces a very small one of those hand drills with that you wind with a wheel. They've obviously brought that in boxes, pieced it together, and used it to drill through the door. And you see, Dennis, the door to the clock face open.
Wow!
Can I listen and see if I can hear Bumble and Bee?
You sort of pause everyone and do like a weird hand signal that you don't really understand, and then kind of give up halfway. And everyone kind of, after a few seconds, is like, "What? Oh, okay," and then is quiet. You can hear the sound of one bee, and it's this nervous little. You're hearing a very afraid bee noise coming from up here.
Oh no. Oh, okay. Right. We haven't got.
And I say you know these bees well enough. Sounds like Bumble.
No bee. Oh no. Okay. Right. Everyone stay safe. I think we have to go fuck up a praying mantis.
Okay.
Just look at Lip and be like,
seems legit.
Yeah, sure. You're the one that. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Cover me, I guess. And I'm just gonna run in and just be like, "Where are my bees?"
You rush up the stairs. As you're sort of taking the stairs like two at a time towards this very, very familiar door, you find yourself coming up onto up into the workings behind the clock face. There's still that bright light that's like casting shadows. You can see all the reverse numbers from the other side, the glass face of the clock. And as you rush up, you see this praying mantis standing there. He's got one arm, one horrible hooky arm around Bumble's bee neck. Do bees have necks? Let us know in chat. And the other hand, it's a praying mantis. The other kind of hook is hooked around one of these tiny little festive guns and just has the gun to the bee's head. And as you arrive at the top of the stairs, I would stop. There you are, Mr. Dennis.
I do have a last name, but no one's ever asked me.
Well, I have a full name, and it's just kind of not come up.
Please, can you put my bee down?
No, you see, I don't think that I will.
Why are you doing this? Why are you here?
You are the
Santa
clock
will be
finder.
very upset.
He will not have the opportunity to be upset. You see, then it is I that turns the clock. The world will stop for all of you, but not for me.
No, I turn the clock. It's my job.
You stop it for Santa, yes?
Yeah.
And for you turn the clock, you turn it around, and then it's like no time at all for you, because time is paused for an indefinite amount of time. And then when Santa is done, the spell breaks, yes?
Yes.
Well, I have this. He points over. You see there is this weird-looking carven... It looks for a second like it's some sort of crystal, but you realize what it is a very sticky throat sweet, like a red throat sweet that's been carved into these kind of arcane patterns that don't look Christmassy at all. There is something dark, something demonic about them, and it's kind of stuck to the clock mechanism. When I wind the clock, time will stop for me and no one else. It's the perfect heist. Every bank, every house, every treasury will be mine. I will be the world's greatest thief. I, Anton Ruger. I just had to get the name in,
I was going to ask.
So you're not a terrorist?
No, I am a thief. I am an exceptional thief.
All right.
Can Dennis look around and see?
He like eyes you, and there's like, it's not recognition, but it's like.
Yeah.
Can I see B anywhere?
You cannot see B anywhere, and I think as the rest of you kind of come up and like see this, he's holding this B hostage. The rest of you kind of come up and are like flanked. He's standing ahead of you guys. You feel, Dennis, as you're sort of standing there speaking to him, you feel very softly something crawl up onto the small of your back. Feels like little bee legs. The buzzing is silent, but just because you're in such proximity and the bee is touching you. But I'm imagining Dennis is quite a big. Dennis is he's a big boy.
Mouse, yeah.
So the bee is completely obscured on your back. Yes, that's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And has crawled up onto your back, completely invisible to anyone who might be facing you. Shall we say, just to really drive this home.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Slight bit of tension releases in Dennis's shoulders. Well, Mr. Anton, what can we do to help? I would really like you to put my bee down. My single only bee that I own.
You can stand right there. Mm-hmm. And he starts backing up towards the key. With the bee, you can stand right there and let me do my work. He begins to move backwards towards...
I will stand right here. Me, Dennis. I will not move.
What are you guys? I think you guys can you're close enough to, you're sort of shoulder to shoulder with Dennis, so you guys are aware that a very large bee has crawled up Dennis's back.
Okay.
a bee that you know well.
I didn't realize everyone else was also standing next to me.
Yeah,
so
they've come up the stairs
okay,
and kind of flanked you. Yeah.
I mean, you gonna use the bee?
I'm not sure how I'm going to use the bee. I want it to sting him, but it'll kill the other bee.
Tell the other bee to duck.
Bumble, duck, and I will send bee over to sting the praying mantis.
I would like to hear how the rest of you provide some form of distraction / anything in this moment.
Will shout, "Oh look, a distraction!" and throw my last remaining bit of soap at the floor underneath to see if, like, of the two.
Did you spit on it first?
I did spit on it first. Thank you very much, Hazel.
Okay, no, you're like, you produced the soap and Hazel to spit on it? No, maybe not.
Stop.
I made it weird, and I'm sorry.
Made it weird.
I'm sorry.
Throws the soap underneath one of the 2 sets of legs that are currently on the ground.
Incredible. Soap attack. Hazel, what you got?
Ooh, I think I might. I don't know. I'll get the toothpick that I pulled out of the the whatchamacallit, and go for another of the legs and try and. I kind of want to. Even though the one with the I want to pin the arm, the praying mantis's arm.
The one with the gun.
Yeah.
Nice.
With the
like
toothpick to something that's behind it, like to the wall, maybe, so that when the bee ducks, stuck.
I like that. What you got, Liz?
I think Titsy kind of reaches up on the kind of shoulder of the charred kind of remains of the just pulls out some of this kind of ashen tinsel from the last bauble grenade and just throws it kind of slow motion right into these mantis's big bulgy eyes. Give Dennis a bit of an opening.
All right, Dennis.
Yep.
It's strength to throw a bee.
Yeah, it's good.
You can do it with advantage. Okay. And you know what? Because it's Christmas, and all of your friends are helping you, you can roll 4d20.
Yeah! Watch me roll.
Thank you, Santa Pip.
Please don't fail.
I've already succeeded.
Good.
I want to see how well I succeed. 3 was my lowest. So.
It was the power of friendship. It was the friends we made along the way. Okay, so many things happen in sequence.
Wait, we can do it. Yippee! Fly away!
Hey!
Mr. Mantis.
You sort of try to say as you throw a bee at a praying mantis.
Yippee! Fly away!
It's so good.
The wet soap slides across the floor, perfectly lubricated, and slides under the sort of like one side of this mantis's legs, and it begins to do the comedy like whoa, as it's kind of and starts staggering backwards towards the reversed clock face. At which point Hazel like throws the sort of now quite jagged and blood-stained toothpick at its gun hand, which is nailed to one of the passing arms, like hands of the clock, and it just as he staggers backwards, fully rips that arm off, like just pulls it out. And there's a spray of, I guess it's green, praying mantis blood. Let me know, chat. It's RPGeeks, so we should know what color praying mantis. Do they have blood?
Do they have blood?
Goop, internal goop.
Yeah, it's an open circulatory system, I think.
Rips this arm off with the gun still attached to it. A whole glob of tinsel like lands on its multiple, what's that called again, where they have the compound, it's compound eye, and it's like my compound eye. And then finally, as he drops Bumble like sort of drops out of his arms and begins to sort of buzz / scuttle away, Dennis, all of this is kind of happening in slow motion as you reach up and behind your back, grab a bee and hurl it at a praying mantis.
And it like flips through the air, and then the stinger just goes.
Unfolds, wings out, stinger glistening, and it just like straight into his chest.
Yeah.
Can't end this on tragedy. Do you know what happens when bees sting people,
no,
right?
but they're special bees.
Just Googled
they're
it.
special bees. They're special bees. She wasn't trying to sting him. She was trying to push him out the window.
Bumblebees.
So I think this is
stings.
Yeah. Oh no, go ahead.
Bumblebee.
Charlie.
The stings of bumblebees are not barbed like those of the honeybee.
Excellent. So they don't die when they are.
Yeah, I'm just like
science has prevailed to make this a happy Christmas story.
Science is the winner.
Yeah.
So,
at the minute you said it, I was like, no.
On brand.
Okay. You can just anyway. Doesn't matter. The sting. So the sting will be out, but then they grow a new one. Do they get like a?
No, it'll just come back out. It
comes back out.
Sting and then
amazing.
Yeah.
Science. The stinger unfolds, punches through the exoskeleton of this praying mantis, and then like flicks out, having it distributed its venom, and the bee rises back into the air as Anton Ruger, the terrorist / thief praying mantis, staggers backwards, slams hard against the glass of the interior clock face, and he stops for a second, and looks like he's about to rally one-armed, and then the glass cracks, shatters, and he tumbles backwards out of the face of the clock. I mean, it's one arm, right? But he's got all these legs, so it's okay. Yeah. Flailing, screaming, tumbling down. And then I think we probably have one of those, we like, it's all very dramatic. And then we cut to like a wide shot of a grandfather clock, and we see a bug go.
Just looking at a little hole at the top.
And you guys sort of step forward, looking out the cracked clock face of the grandfather clock of the Yule Corporation building. Looking down, you can see the red and blue lights flashing. You note that the praying mantis has landed fully on the bonnet of one of those cars down below. As you see the tiny swarming mouse police beginning to move into the building, like coming down and as they sort of begin to break down the doors and get inside, and then you see out of the darkness of the workshop a shape much larger than the others emerges. You see a big red hat, big red jacket with the white. I mean, it's Rhys. It's Rhys in the picture that we saw.
Who was that?
And Santa steps forward, stepping very daintily and carefully for such a large man, around the mice, sort of scurrying around his feet, and he leans down towards the clock and smiles beatifically at all of you, and then looks and sees, oh well, Dennis.
Yes.
5 to 12.
I'm ready to go, sir.
And he like reaches past you, grabs hold of that weird little demonically carved sweet thing, plucks it off the clock from the inside. Is like, oh no, this won't do at all. Flicks it up in the air, catches it in his mouth, and like crunches it down. And there's this crackle of like demonic arcane energy within his mouth, but it seems to have absolutely no effect on him. I'm sure
that
whatsoever.
won't have any issues later down the line.
I've got a sleigh to catch.
Yeah, I'm counting down the minutes, sir.
Thank you.
And Dennis will ready by the key.
Pitsy, what's happened to your jacket?
I got it all dirty and ripped when I
that
killed
won't
all
do
those
at all.
people.
Taps you on the head with his giant finger, and there's a little sparkle of Christmas magic, and your beautiful outfit returns. The shoulder pads are like out to here now. They're just these gigantic shoulder pads. I'm very much looking forward to seeing your John Lewis advert later on. Of course, I'll have to watch it on the video because I'll be very busy while time's stop. Well, I suppose time stops, so perhaps I can be back in time. Gosh, it's confusing. Anyway,
The clock can only do a few years, Santa, so just be careful.
well, that's why I have to be quick. Ah, Hazel, are you all right? You're looking a little shaken.
I have had to come face to face with my dark and violent past, but you know what? I've changed. I'm not that cruel person that I was anymore. I've changed my life for the better, and I don't think I'm the only one. And I'll turn to Lapin.
Well,
What?
I think you've done a wonderful job protecting the good people working in this, and he leans over and puts his giant hand over his mouth, in this creative marketing agency. Wink, sparkly glitter comes out of his eye. He turns his eyes on you, Lapin, and you see these, just the giant eyes of a intensely magical, immortal creature that just fully see through you, all the way down to the soul. You've never felt more exposed in your entire life than gazing into the giant eyes of this, let's face it, cryptid.
Yeah.
Santa is a cryptid.
Mm-hmm.
Galoo.
No, Lapin, or is it Gary or Jarry or what else are you going by these days?
I mean, it varies, day to day. I mean, sometimes you want to feel a bit fresh, Look, I don't need anything. I came here hoping to rip you off, and I had to...
So many people try.
Yeah, no, I see kind of what happens, and just kind of looks down at the kind of the various bits of the praying mantis. Is like, yeah, I work hard here. I work pretty hard here, and I've been here for a year now, and actually I quite enjoy the job.
Well, the way I see it, he kind of looks at the ground. He takes a step back and makes a sort of appraising look at the grandfather clock, which has been, some areas of it have been quite badly damaged over the course of tonight, and the interior as well. And it looks back at you. There's an awful lot of tidying up to be done. And then he taps you lightly on the head, and you are dressed in a fully, it's a pristine janitor's uniform, beautiful name tag on the front. What name does it say on the name tag?
It's a whiteboard.
Nice. You can write your name.
Just can write whatever name you want in there, wipe it clean, see what happens.
Beautiful.
I love that. And Dennis, you've been counting the seconds. Any moments between the four of you as Dennis, you're seeing the time's counting down. Time needs to be stopped soon.
Dennis is just staring at the second hand like 4. And then he looks over at Titsy and goes, I've always done it on my own. Do you want to help?
Yeah. I think that
3, 2.
I think Titsy. Yeah.
Let's give Hazel and Lapin a second.
I'm good. I'd like that's just kind of like
Go, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Go for it, Liz.
Shall I do my moment? Or should we do? Okay.
Yes. Do it. Go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I just
I think Emily is
counts down.
desperately trying to end the stream.
No, that's not what I was doing. I just thought it was funny if he asked her right before it ended. And I'd be like, shit.
I'm happy with that happening, and I think immediately Titsy just kind of takes the kill count off of her chest, throws it out the smashed glass behind the fallen villain, and as time just is about to stop, comes and kisses Dennis.
Yeah. Little mouse nose.
That's our little freeze frame for you two.
It's a kiss that lasts.
As time is stopping for Hazel and Lapin. Anything? What's the sort of, where are you left as?
You beat me to it, Liz. Actually, I just had that idea. I was like,
I'm so sorry. Do it also. It's why not?
Everyone's kissing.
Yeah.
It's midnight. It's Christmas. Hazel is Hazel's gonna go for the full
the dip.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you dip Lapin sort of almost out the broken window.
Sorry. I had a
and-
lot of punch earlier, so
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I'm enjoying the rush. It's great.
and you sort of both freeze in this dip as Dennis and Titsy also freeze. The mouse cops freeze. Everything freezes except for jolly old Saint Nick himself, who sort of takes a second, looks around at everyone frozen, brushes a little bit of like tinsel dust and smoke debris like off of his sleeves, turns to face all of you watching at home, winks, taps his nose, shimmers into dust and vanishes up the chimney. And that's where we're going to end our festive little game. Thanks so much for playing, everybody.
See, we got it back to wholesome in the end.
incredible stuff. So wholesome. There was a moment right at the end where I was like, he's gonna go into a terrible cliffhanger. Santa's gonna win. My trust issues with Pip Gladwin.
Santa
the
picks up the
post-credit
mice
scene.
and crushes them all.
You failed me for the last time. Curse you, Dennis, for revealing my secret.
Time resets. We relive the day over
Just
and
kills
over.
you.
Oh, no.
Use this to kill you over and over
This
and
is
over
a different
again.
movie, actually.
Look, I could do that. Look, come back
No.
next
I'll
time
see you
where I'll
next
do
year.
my
See you next week.
festive. Look, we'll do a kind of
Groundhog Day.
Groundhog Day thing next
Groundhog
time.
Day
It'll
with
be like
groundhogs using
Groundhog.
Mausritter.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Perfect.
Okay.
This time next
Perfect.
year, you heard it here
Right.
first.
Done.
Somebody else, please take over to do the outro because I'm
Oh.
notoriously very good at them,
Don't
and I don't
do
want to
it.
make anyone look bad.
Go
Thanks,
on,
go
then.
for it.
Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This is RP Geeks. You can find us all over the internet at RP Geeks D&D. But more importantly, these have been our wonderful guests. So let's start with Titsy herself, Liz. Where can people
Hi.
find you? What do you do?
I've been Liz Campbell. Thank you so much for joining us on this silly festive stream. If you want to find me, I'm mostly on the podcast Realms of Peril and Glory. We do fully edited soundscaped games. We play a whole bunch of different systems. It's very well produced. It's really good fun. There's drama, there's comedy, all that. So come find me there. And quite a lot of these people have also been on the show. So
Rhys.
Hello, I'm Rhys Lawton, and you can find various information on me at rhyslawton.com because I'm bad at branding.
Sounds
You
that's
can-
great branding. You
Yeah,
got the URL. Rhys
I got the
Lawton.
URL.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh.
pretty good.
Yeah.
It's in demand, I think. I don't know. And you can also hear me on various other games like Realms of Power and Glory, other RP Geeks. But also you can hear me in some audio drama things such as Paddle Boat and Ethics Town, two of the very fun ones at the moment. If you if you find yourself up in Belsay near Newcastle and want to see this guy be a Father Christmas,
if you want that picture in the flesh.
Go do it.
yeah. Go
Yeah.
do it. Or don't.
But be
because it's weird.
respectful.
There was a bit where you were describing Santa's eyes as that picture was on screen, and I was like, that is what those eyes are.
Yeah.
What do you think
And
I was
Rhys was kind of
inspired
doing
by?
the same eyes next to the picture, and I was like, wait, what's happening?
It's a terrifying eldritch being.
Yeah.
It just happens to be beautiful.
Aren't we all?
Aren't we?
Um,
Cool, thank you, Rhys. Pip.
Yes.
Thank you
hello.
so much. A wonderful
Pip.
GM. Thank you, thank
Absolutely
you.
incredible.
Absolutely
Excellent
amazing.
fate weaving. My goodness.
Thanks, guys. I love to run games. I'm Pip Gladwin. You can find me at Pip Gladwin on Blue Sky. Just put my name in and you will find me, which is the best place to go to find out what I'm up to. Liz already, I think, pitched the podcast Realms of Peril and Glory that I am also from much better than I could, and I'm not going to waste your time by doing it again. What I will say is if you enjoyed me GMing a game, then go listen to my Cyborg series on there. That's got Sharmony in it as well. And
so
it will make sense of why Sharmony was like, when is this going to be horrible?
Yeah.
When will you hurt me emotionally, physically, etc.? So I've never hurt a player physically. I'd just like to point that out. Yeah, so go check that out. Check out other stuff. Audio drama stuff that I'm in. Nothing super recent, but check out the third series of Victoriosity. I mean, listen to all of Victoriosity, but check out the third series of it. I'm specifically in that one. I was about to say a spoiler just then. Just listen to it. It's good, and my character's arc is fun, and I end in a very amusing place.
We've never spoiled anything on an RPG stream before, so that would be a first.
If you're in the habit of running, and you enjoy listening to things while you do so, I'm not going to shill for Marvel Move, but look, if you were considering doing it, and this tips the scales for you. The current series at the moment is a Blade series, which is cool as hell. And I play a bad guy in that. I play an horrible London vampire, and you get to listen to me scheming and being a massive bastard, which is good fun. So check that out. And that is me. Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really enjoyed running. I've played games with all of you, but I've never run one for. Yeah. Well, actually, never run one for Emily. It's the first game I ever run for Emily.
Run one for me. Yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
So, if you never see us on a stream again, then you know why.
Yeah. I believe there's one in the works, potentially another one. But
is there?
No spoilers.
No, I'm not spoiling it, but there is.
Right.
I'll tell you about it later, Pip.
Oh, good. I'm going to throw to Sharmini because I don't think Sharmini has said anything yet. Sharmini,
wrap it up, Shams.
I am going to wrap it up by once again plugging. We're here on RPGeeks. You can find us at RPGeeks. RP.
Here.
D&D.
Yeah, you should have worked it out by now.
You've already found it. Yeah.
It's okay. We're here. This is us. You can't be listening to us without knowing how to spell our username. We're at RPGeeks D&D, all over various internet places, primarily Blue Sky if you're looking for updates. And we also have a Patreon. And I feel that there might.
It today?
I think we should.
Cool. We're giving extra bonuses that aren't even promised on the Patreon.
Aren't they?
So,
no.
That's how good your
that's how good we are to our Patreon.
I think I've just gotten confused about. I was like, we have to do it. It's nice to do it. Let's do it quickly.
Yeah. We should make a note of who's done what, but anyway, it doesn't matter.
We'll never do that. That's way too
Someone
organised.
roll a d10 for me.
Okay. Ooh. I've got those. Oh. Okay. I've rolled.
What have you got?
I've got a 7.
7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Andy Hartley.
Really?
Andy Hartley?
Who would Andy Hartley be in the world of not even a mouse? I was like, what's the name of this? Don't say the thing that it isn't.
Okay, so characters that we didn't get to.
Guy who sits in the limousine outside waiting for us to see if we're
Argyle.
gonna get checked.
Argyle. Andy Hartley.
Yeah, you get to be our mouse equivalent, where you're just sitting on a roller skate, which is the fanciest form of transport for mouse.
Wait, I don't remember this character. Is it a goodie or baddie?
Good guy.
Good guy.
He's the chauffeur who brings John McClane to the building in the first place. And then he waits downstairs for him because he's like, I'll take you home if your ex-wife doesn't want to have you for Christmas. You know,
Thanks, Andy.
A good guy. Thank you, Andy. We're sorry that we left you in the parking structure beneath the clock that we did never describe.
Yeah, it's there though. We know it's there.
Yeah.
It's there in our hearts.
Or
another
D10?
Say another D10?
I'll do it. 3.
1, 2, 3. Is Keegan Amrine?
Keegan Amrine?
Everyone's ex-wife.
Oh.
Everyone's ex-wife.
Everyone's.
That was an early thing. I was trying to work out a thing, like reasons for all the characters to stay in the building and not just be like, let's get out of here. This place is going to be destroyed. And I was like, what if they all had the same ex-wife?
I would have been great.
all trying to impress
it would have been Keegan.
Yeah. It would have been Keegan.
But I didn't need to. I sat down and you all just came up with wonderful backstory ideas for why you would stay. It was great.
That was super, super wonderful. I had such a lovely time. I think I've plugged everything I need to plug. Next week. I should plug next week. If you're watching live on Twitch.
We haven't announced it yet.
We haven't announced it yet.
Announce it now. Announce it now. I'm excited.
Next week on Twitch, we are mixing up our days again. If you're watching live, we are streaming on Tuesday. Whoa. That is Tuesday,
Christmas. There's lots of stuff going on.
The Christmas of December. For our final stream of the year, it is our Christmas special.
Wait, sorry, this isn't the Christmas special?
This is the
I was
ultimate Christmas special.
I was told this
Your
was a Christmas
brief
special.
wasn't Christmassy. I would like
You turned your brief Christmassy.
more
You
and
did that
more
yourself.
Christmassy as we went
You're
along, and
right.
I was like, "Wow, this would have been a really good
And then Sean, we put a
Christmas
Santa hat
special,
on.
huh?" Yeah. Wow, so Christmassy.
Good.
The second Christmas special.
We did Christmas on the Clock Tower last week, and that was pretty Christmassy too.
The third Christmas special.
Yeah, keep going.
Honestly, I try and keep
Christmas
Christmas alive in my heart all year round.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
year round. I
Exactly,
don't know.
exactly. The last of our Christmas specials will be airing next Tuesday. And to see the year out, we are bringing back the OGs. It's the original geeks. We've got Simon and Ali back. We've dragged them from their other commitments.
Way.
You will be playing games with us.
Yeah,
And very excitingly, they will be playing games
with
With-
us.
with us as player characters.
Whoa.
Which has never happened before on the RP Geeks channel. We
We
have
have
never
a guest
all
GM coming in, and
been players.
Ooh.
all four of us will play at the same time.
Yeah.
The only other time it's happened on a stream was on the Nature Check stream, which you should go check out. And when I tell you that how quickly the four of us descend into chaos, it's unlike anything. And yes, who
think
could
our-
it be? Where
I think our guest GM is going to be able to handle it. No promises, but let's see. And we also have some really big announcement coming next stream about the following year,
you want to
2025.
be in for all the gossip and the news. You
Yeah.
want to be in that stream.
Gossip.
So,
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have a lovely December-y week.
Happy,
We will see you.
Merry
Yippee,
Christmas,
fly
everyone.
away.
Yippee-ki-yay!
Merry Christmas.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.